Oh, we're live. All right. Sorry.
Yes, no problem. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Shravan, and welcome to this third session of Unwritten, Rewritten Lies. I am Zach, your Game Master, and tonight with us we have our soon-to-be seasoned explorers. Explorers, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Here too, just around the corner.
Yeah.
Just around the corner.
Just around the corner.
Literally around the corner.
Just a few minutes away. All right. So last time we played, our team got sent on a mission by Professor Mears from the University of Bangalore to figure out the reason and meaning behind a wooden box he received at the villa he retired in, along with some other faculty members. After a basic inspection, things escalated quickly when Commander Rand interacted with what she thought was a screen and promptly disappeared inside the pages of a book. She was quickly followed by the rest of her team, but not before they take a moment to purchase some camping supplies. Everyone then linked later to the age of Obulan, a frozen world where the sun never rises. After tasting some glowing snow, Carmen fell ill and stayed at the camp while some new figure also appeared in the linking chamber of the case they found themselves in. This Indian newcomer introduced herself as Lilith, and she explained the boat the team used to travel to this cold place was moved to safety. An exploration of the lower caves revealed some history and context about this strange land, and all cataclysmic events in the sky which turned out to be a supernova. The most recent arrival of people carrying a book, not unlike the item that brought our explorers to this planet, and some other carvings related to a nod ritual of some kind. Carmen experienced in her sleep some very peculiar dream before waking up and puking her guts out in a luminescent puddle. A quick look on the surface and a closer inspection of the surroundings also revealed the presence of cairns in the vicinity. Cairns that were also depicted both on the cave paintings and on a mysterious glass artifact, an object in the shape of a bulb with the function to project representations of alien landscapes when traversed with powerful light. The group also found some water and a note advising somebody to save some for later. After getting a bit of rest and filled their thermos with hot tea, all explorers packed up their camp and were about to migrate towards a new direction. Above them in the sky, the remnants of Obulan's sun, a purple nebula that they can have a glimpse of behind the constant fall of glowing, non-edible snow. Now, explorers, what did you do?
So last I remember, we were at that cairn place, and it kind of looked like there was an arrow pointing in a direction.
Yeah.
And we don't know what is there because we can't see anything from that place.
It depends
The
what you
only
call
thing.
an arrow. It's an item jabbed horizontally through a pyramid of tiny stones.
Ah.
It's about a meter
Yeah,
high.
it looks. It could be, but then it could be just signposts, or it could be just some sort of decoration. We honestly could not tell one way or the other. Obviously, I'm saying this in
character, yeah.
Hindi, in character.
Also, you made it to the conference room. Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to the conference room. You're here with us around the table.
Yep.
Yes. Welcome again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what do we do? Oh, you rolled a 0.
So we're all standing around this cone. I'm out of character trying to take and make sure I'm understanding where we're at.
Mhm.
We're all standing around this cairn.
Well, last time we spoke, you were packing your camp.
Oh yeah, because we decided to get back
It
because
was
yeah, if
yeah, because we went back and we kind of sort of watched the night through. That's what it was. I remember
yeah,
that
and
now.
we decided that if we were going to follow that thing because there's nowhere else to go, then
Yep.
we would need to bring all the
Do
supplies
it,
because we don't
and we
know
would
how far
and
away
we
that will
would need
go.
to do it in the light, and we were waiting for light, and we cut off just before the light showed up.
Yeah, but is there light going to show up though? Because there's no sun.
He just told us. He
Hmm.
just told us. He just told us the entire thing. Oh my god, I missed it. Could you do the introduction all over again there?
So day isn't an option on this age anymore.
Oh,
But on the bright side, there are a lot of luminous elements on the surface. But that might actually be the issue because whether it is light or dark, you still need to see something. And all you see is like kilometers of snow everywhere.
If you look closely at the
Except for
sun,
this for those counts, yes.
he just told us that the sun for this planet went supernova.
yeah, that I remember. So
And I'm going, oh,
there's
brain
not going to be
connecting. There's
there's
not
not
going to
going to
be
be
much here.
anything.
There's
There's not
not
going
going
to
to
be
be
any
anything
daylight.
here.
No, there's not going to be any daylight. But of course, the snow is luminous. But then, yeah, that's a bit of the problem. You
This is
can't
a
see
Although
very
anything
weird
other than
place.
although you might use the nebula as a way to calculate time in a way,
Yeah.
or at least see the passing of time.
it moves across the sky. Yeah.
It moves across the sky like a sun, except it's not a sun.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And since the batteries of your phone is going to expire pretty soon, that
Pretty
might be
soon.
Yeah,
some sort
but
of
also
marker to remind you when to rest.
yeah, and also Zach, batteries of a phone. We do have those headlamps. Remember, we brought those from
Yes,
Bangalore.
you do.
Yeah, we do have those, but we got to watch the batteries in those too.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we don't have any way to charge phones because
Not
yeah,
here. Not here.
not here. We can't even use solar cells if we had any.
Well,
Yeah.
fortunately, the headlamps have some dynamo charging, so you can just charge it up
Mm.
manually,
Oh,
and
okay,
you
yeah,
won't run out of light.
Oh, cool.
that is good.
Nice
Yeah, exactly.
winders.
We got the right kind of headlamps from Bangalore. Yeah, so at least we will have
The smart
light in
kind.
those. Yeah, but so at least we will have light. But then still we need to bring like all the water and the food and things
Everything else
because
with us.
everything because we don't know how far that is going to be. Like you said, beyond that cairn,
Yeah, do not lead
all
on
we
my
can see is
ages.
snow.
Thank
How is
you.
Carmen feeling this
All we
morning?
can see is snow. Yeah,
How is Carmen feeling this morning?
yeah,
Last I knew, she had puked, and
blowing snow.
did she just sleep through the night fine then, or
She slept through
did
the night
she?
and Carmen's looking pretty fine. She's just,
Okay.
checking around.
How many backpacks do we have? 4 or 3?
You have one for each of you, except I don't think you packed up, Lilith. You didn't bring any
No,
backup,
I
did you?
didn't. I may have grabbed a bag out of my closet as I went out the
Yeah, you have the
linked through
pockets
the
of
book,
your jacket, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's
but it
3
would have been
backpacks
empty,
and
and yeah,
batteries.
so yeah, and it basically a backpack, not like one of the big sporting good things that like just like a little knapsack kind of thing, just like enough room to hold like a few items is what I'm thinking I may have grabbed. But
Just a bag. Yeah,
yeah, just a bag, just something to take and help out with. But yeah, I guess we just everybody loads up something and starts carrying, I guess.
yeah.
And definitely need to divide the weight out properly and all that stuff. Are we even gonna bother? We're all looking at this planet going, what are we doing now? I mean, there's no sun. We're gotta go somewhere, but what now?
Yeah, the only thing that seems like like it might be a place is that cairn and that thing that looks like it's pointing at something. So if we just try and follow that.
Yeah, I don't know. We got people
Comment
sitting here
says
staring at us because
the
we're
note
speaking Hindi.
the
That's
note
true, yeah.
says to save some for later, but what does later even mean? If that's not the place where
Yeah, I'm looking at
whoever
this
is
going.
going to is supposed to go. There's clearly a second destination.
Yeah, so
How
Unless
far
the
can
company is supposed to stay
we
here.
see? How far can we see in this light? Just out of curiosity.
You can see pretty far. It's just that you will lack markers and landmarks in order to actually orient yourselves.
Oh, okay. So you can see where you're going. You're just not going to be able to see landmarks to make sure you're
You have
going
a Minkala
right
situation,
direction.
essentially.
Yeah.
yeah, so Mikito was just talking to Lilith, and yeah, she's also not quite sure what to do. It looks to me like that cairn is the only thing we could see that looks like a place. So what do you think?
Well, I mean, remind me, the thing that's sticking out from the cairn, was it pointing towards some sort of valley or some sort of clear opening, like a path or some sort?
You don't see any sort of significant altitude variation that would indicate something like that.
Okay.
Unless you are referring to what Carmen was describing from her dream.
Yeah, but can we see that in the real world?
But
If
you
everything
cannot.
is no, it's
Probably
just
too
snow,
dark.
yeah.
So
Or everything is covered in that snow. That maybe if it was ever there, then that snow is now covering all of it.
So if that's
It's
the only
Carmen who had the
significant
dream,
thing,
right?
Yeah, Carmen had the dream. Yeah.
Speaking
there
about
should
Carmen, you see that she's doing something with the cairn. Like she's crouched and interacted with the ground around the cairn.
Carmen, yeah.
Just so the GM knows what I'm doing, as I notice she's doing it, I just kind of sort of peer over and look and watch, going, "What is she up to?"
Yeah.
She's just
Yeah.
clearing the ground around the cairn to see if there is nothing else around. And she said, guys, I think there's some sort of shape around the cairn.
What are you
And
seeing, Carmen?
What are you
and you see
seeing,
that
Carmen?
you see that there is some sort of secondary marker on the ground, like it's some sort of drop or pear shaped, and the pointy bit matches with the pole that is jabbed through the cairn.
Oh.
Can I use one of my skills right now?
Sure.
Roll a rapport skill, see if I can't take and understand what she's doing and help out. Just help. You know,
I mean, by
it
the
looks
time
like
you
looks
notice
like
what she's doing, she's pretty much done with it.
she's pretty much done it. Okay, never mind then.
It's pretty simple. The cairn on itself is not that big,
Yeah.
so she just takes a few moments and there it is. The ground is cleared. Unless you want to keep the snow out of the shape, but
Do we have an image of what it looks like?
unfortunately we don't.
Can I roll research on it to see if I can investigate what it might be for?
You mean the meaning of the marking itself?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there isn't much to discover there. It's just maybe an insistence or a confirmation that the pole is essentially giving a direction.
Are there
If you want to
are there
see
like
what kind
hash?
of pointing it does, imagine the arrows of the compass.
It looks like compass rose hash marks. In other words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the rod follow hash marks?
Yep. They both point in the same direction. Yeah.
Then it does. Then this is really an arrow, and it goes somewhere. Shall we follow it?
Yeah, if that's the most significant thing, and we have
Okay, I guess I guess fate decided for us.
yeah, and we have matching symbols from from the ground and to the pole, we have this same pear-shaped symbol. I guess that
Oh,
signifies something.
we're all loading up.
Yeah.
Which way are we going? And how are we going to delineate east from west or north from south? I guess we're going to have to look a little bit closer at these compass rose. Is there anything most prominent about it?
Nothing that you see.
Nothing. No marks that are more prominent than any of the others. Just everything seems to be equal.
Yep.
That's not much help.
It's a simple construction.
A very simple construction. It's
I think
weird.
it was pretty good. I wanted to make an investigation roll. Not investigation.
Yes.
What was it? Research.
Yes, I have research or experiment, but I think research makes more sense.
In this situation.
All right. Okay. Go for it.
A total of 2, and I have +2, so I've got 4.
You got 4. Okay.
Nice.
So by the way the cairn has been made, you assume it has been constructed rather quickly, and possibly because there might be a very high number of them.
A high number.
So
So the person couldn't
so it
spare
looks
to actually take too much time on one. They had to go prepare the next ones.
so it's basically like one person hurriedly mass producing these things.
You don't know if it's one person or many, but
It
the
could
thing
be
is
industrially
they
mass
have been made
produced for
quickly.
all we know.
Yeah. But it wasn't made with a lot of care. It was made like mass produced in a hurry.
And it was makeshift made.
Mm.
Makeshift made in a hurry,
Yeah.
mass produced.
Mm.
Oh.
Yes.
Ah,
The rod going through the cairn, is it shorter on one end than the other?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, this pole that's going through the stone cairn,
Yeah.
is it equal on both sides, or is it pointing out more direction one way?
I don't think it's going through. I think it's just stuck on one
Yeah,
end.
it's not going through. Correct.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression it went through the cairn. My apologies. I guess we're just gonna follow whichever way the dang stick's pointing.
Yeah, is
And
that
Pratika
yes?
just said that, well, she thinks that there could be more than one. So, I mean, if we follow one, we could land on another one, and then we know that we're going
Yeah.
possibly the right way.
Yeah, I was under the
Yeah.
impression it was just a rod all the way through. That's what I was seeing in my head. My apologies.
Yeah, so Lilith, Telgov also just what we just discussed is that it looks like there is more than one of these things. So I will explain to you in Hindi again. It looks like there is more
Yeah,
than one of these things.
yeah.
So if we follow this one, then there is a chance that we might find another one,
Huh?
and that actually leads us somewhere instead of, and maybe even out of this glowing snow wasteland.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure out some way of getting elsewhere because I'm starting to take a not like the idea of being here anymore. It's a
No.
little cold for my taste. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
and
wishing I would have got.
and the toxic snow is also I don't think
Yeah,
that snow is going to be a good idea.
yeah.
The comment says, and also I don't think we can like go the other way because it's way too large of an idea in direction.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Carmen is already saying that we can't go the
Yeah.
other way. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's not really many. There's not very many places to go,
No,
and I guess
there's nothing elsewhere. No.
yeah. And I mean, well, there's only one other. Well, there is another option, but there's not another option. Nobody knows about the other option.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we're going on a hike.
Yes.
Yeah, enough chit chat.
We already brought all the stuff. Yeah.
Why don't
Yeah.
we go on a hike?
Yes.
What are so? It's obviously we're at our early morning, high noon time. It's gonna be a dark one.
I don't know. Ask your garden clock. You just slept? You didn't
Well,
alarm or anything?
well, I'm sitting here thinking, how much battery juice do is everybody have? Because I don't think I brought a phone with me.
Not much.
Why do we need phones? We have the light, the lamps.
Yeah, well,
We have
yeah, we
them.
have lamps. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here thinking phone when it comes to flashlights. It's just
Yeah, we
brain
have the
automatic.
yeah.
Brain automatic.
Yeah, we have the so at least we are lucky that we have the flashlights, and we
Mm,
also brought dynamo charged ones from Bangalore, so we can also recharge them because my phone is out of charge.
yep.
So I don't have a phone anymore.
All right. So,
We are
Okay, so if you
walking, I
guys
think,
decide
yeah.
to move, I'm going to ask you, how do you actually travel?
yeah, that's a good question. I was about to say, are we gonna just travel in a straight line following each other, or are we gonna take and just walk side by side? I would suggest let's do whatever the locals are doing. If we find tracks, we just follow that. But
Yeah, but there
that's
aren't.
just my hi.
I don't think anybody. All the drawings and things that Carmen found, they looked really old. So I don't think anybody has lived here in a recent enough time to leave tracks.
Yeah, I'd
If you
Following a
are
straight
willing
line.
to,
I suggest a straight line.
Yeah. So Mikito suggests a straight line. Yeah, Lilith, let's try that.
So who will be in the front?
I can be in the front.
Oh.
Well,
I was gonna
I would
volunteer for
suggest the person with the best eyesight,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wear
especially
glasses.
low light conditions, and I wear
okay,
glasses too. But I don't
I'm
know
going
that my character
to
is wearing
help you
glasses.
here a bit on the system level. Traveling through the icy wasteland of Obulan is going to require you to make surveying rolls.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. Oh, I have a +1 in
Surveying, I
surveying.
have 2. I have a +2.
I have a
Surveying at
+1.
+3.
And maybe
Yeah.
All right, guess it's
Mikito
Kh'ris.
should go in front. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should
Yeah,
go in front.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So then the
So
middle
Mikito
should
takes the
be
lead.
the middle should be
The middle will be Lilith, and I will be in the back.
okay
So
according
that
to
makes
the
comment
point.
that,
According to the
yeah.
point strength. Okay.
And then Carmen will be behind me, maybe.
I mean, if you are on the back, then she's in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, that's also fine.
Okay.
Okay, so should I
Straight
choose
line
a
now. Straight line, and yeah, sure. Make your first roll.
Okay.
Ouch.
Oh.
So that
Okay,
makes a
so when
Nice.
one.
he fails, the next person in line has to take and roll, right?
Yeah, but you have mine. But you have +3, so
I
you
mean,
have a
you have
+1.
a leader, so nobody would have to actually question whatever the leaders do.
No,
In
yeah,
this
of
case,
course.
you
I
don't
wouldn't.
notice that the person actually messes up, unless, I mean, not before it's too late.
Well, I was sitting here thinking that maybe all of us are watching at the same time, but I guess maybe not. So,
Yes,
eh.
I think you are watching each other because you can get lost pretty easily in this sort of
Yeah.
Oh
environment,
yeah, yeah, you're
especially
watching
when
each
it's
other,
active
making sure.
snowstorm.
Oh boy. All right,
Because the
so
terrain in itself is pretty treacherous, so you might fall, or something wrong could happen, or there might be, I don't know, encounters. So you'll have your eyes open, but only one person is actually imagining the direction, because he actually has the lead and you are following him. So
Yeah, and we are following by following each other. So I'm following Carmen, then Carmen follows Lilith, and
mhm,
Lilith follows
yep,
Mikito.
yep. What happens if somebody trips?
you are there to catch them. That's why you
Well, yeah,
actually
well,
make
I'm just
I know.
wondering what skill gets rolled.
It just slows you down.
Oh, it just slows you down. Okay.
There are no skills involved, except if you have maybe like a hole or something that would be athletics
Ah,
to not actually, fall face down into more snow.
okay. Yeah.
I have a high
It- it-
athletics.
yeah. I'd sit here worried about falling face into the snow and eating the snow by accident.
Exactly, yeah.
And if you make a high
Don't
enough
swallow.
roll, you can actually help the others. But fortunately, you are not tied to a rope, so you won't
Okay.
drag each other down.
Okay.
Which is
Cool.
something you might have done, but you didn't.
All right.
So,
So
Okay.
that's a total of
I'm
a
gonna
1.
I'm gonna shush and let the story continue now.
Mikito, do you want to tag anything to boost that score up?
Well, let's see. I do have uh, I can predict whether any of the paths forward is dangerous or safe for a fate point, but I don't think that could help a bit because we're already on one path.
Yeah, there aren't really any other paths to follow.
Yeah. So I mean,
Would you please make a survival check?
survival check.
Yeah,
Is that one of the skills? Because I don't have it on my character sheet.
it is one of the skills, yes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
I
have
don't
it on
have it
here.
either.
So make a straight roll.
Just make a straight roll.
I mean, I think it's survival. Let me check. Making it out.
I have surveying, I have... No.
It's gotta be something survival-ish. Where are the skills? Yeah, never mind. Make a roll. Just
a straight
quick it
roll.
up. It's fine. Yeah.
Why am I so
Never
unlucky today?
mind. Never mind then.
A total of -2 again. Oh, yeah. So...
I have no idea what's wrong with my rolls.
So your current score for surveying is 1. Do you have anything to boost it up?
You know what? This is not turning out right. Can I spend a fate point to do this? Well,
To do a reroll?
oh sure, we can do
Yeah,
that.
because you can just
You
reroll
can
for
roll
a
as
fate
well.
point, right? Yeah.
Okay. So that
Except it
means
doesn't
that
make you roll with advantage. You just have to take the second roll as is.
Yeah,
Then you
exactly.
What do you
So
guys
you
think?
don't... Yeah.
What do you guys think?
What can you do with +1? Can you do anything with that?
Yeah.
He actually has plus. Yeah, plus one, correct.
Yes, +1. Yeah. Can
Mm.
you see anything with +1? Or can we, if you can't see anything yet, can we move on and can you then roll again later on? Or...
I mean, is that a question for the GM? Because
Yeah, I think so. That's what Zach, what can he see with +1?
I mean,
Surveying.
if I were to apply the consequences of a +1, then he would be locked out of a reroll.
locked out of a reroll.
Yeah, because say if he re-rolls and he rolls say 0, then
And yes, I
That
just
would
checked on the
be
list. Survival is a skill.
does that mean that
So
we
if
that we then end up standing still? Like, what happens?
something you don't want might happen.
Uh-oh.
You know, I do have a +1 in survival myself and a +2 in surveying.
So you do have survival.
I do, yes.
Please roll
Okay.
them. Yes.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
should she take the lead?
No, just for some additional info that they might be
Okay.
Just in case, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm thinking we're all just looking around at the same time. We may be focused on each other, but we all could be looking and somebody may spot something and go, oi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how do I do that again?
It's
Roll fate.
/roll fate.
Thank you. Oh, I got a
Ooh.
0.
Okay.
You have +2, right, for surveying, or?
It's
+1
+2 on
actually.
surveying, yes.
Oh, +2. It's not surveying that we are rolling right now. It's survival.
Oh,
So
survival.
plus 1 on my survival.
Okay. Do you want to tag anything, or do you just take the +1 as is?
Can I use my what's wrong with this picture aspect in this point or not?
Not anymore. You had the
Not
opportunity
anymore.
for this before, but in the current situation, you cannot.
You can't. Okay, I didn't think so. I have an odd feeling I should reroll. It's just one of those things where I feel like I should reroll.
Okay.
Go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and use that point and reroll. A 0
Damn.
again.
The dice don't like you tonight.
No, the dice do not like me.
They don't like any of you, except maybe Urshgirl. So
Yeah, I
they
don't.
might have been a tip that I could give you in this instance, but the dice said no, so I have to bypass them. Mikito, you feel doubt when you advance through the snow, through the night, day, night. You couldn't even tell. Feels like night actually. And at some point, you just decide to maybe stop and reassess, take a look around, because the direction that you followed, you realize it's pretty imprecise, and so you aren't actually sure that this was even the right way or the right angle. So you just take a moment to think about it. Maybe see what's around you directly.
I do
Reassess.
have a +3 in notice. Would that help a bit?
Yes.
Okay. I shall roll.
Yep.
Here goes.
Oh, hey, look at
It's a
that.
5.
Okay, that's a 5.
Okay, so with a 5, you actually see some of the ruins of the past structures that existed around there. And one of them might actually be a decent shelter, at least for just a moment.
Okay. And I can see it pretty clearly, right?
Well, it's covered in snow, so you have to discern its features through the ever glowing material, but it's you sort of discern the essentially the 3D that just, I mean, it's there. You just see it.
Okay.
Mm.
So guys,
quick environmental question for the GM. Is it windy? Is it rough? Is it hard to take and slog through this crystal snow, or is it just like minimal effort?
It's not effortless. You still have to actually put your feet through maybe some 10 centimeters of snow.
Okay, so it's not. In other words, we're not having a really rough time of it, but we are
You're like
working.
half ankle deep in the snow.
Yeah.
but
So
there's no
it's not easy walking, but it's not really hard.
but
Yeah, it's
there's
not
no
really hard, but we are
participation.
working out of it.
There's no
Plus, it's
there's no
less.
participation. Yeah?
Mikito?
Yeah, there's no precipitation falling anywhere, right?
No.
The weather's pretty calm.
And
Okay.
also, snow, if you want to call it like that, is less dense than actual snow because it's not water; it's something else.
Mhm.
So you puff through it pretty easily. It just really blocks your vision.
Okay. So yeah, I think I see something in this direction. It looks like a shelter. I don't know what you guys think. do you think we should head toward that or look?
Yeah. So Lilith,
I've got a
Mikito.
+1
Yeah.
in notice. Can he's pointing it out to me. Is there anything that do I see it myself? Do I get a freebie roll on this, or do I just see
Now
it?
that now that he pointed out, you might see something because it still casts some sort of shadow even in this dim light.
Oh, okay. I nod my head, going, yeah. And yes, I say, mutter to, my brain is just not working right now. To
Critical?
my friend, yeah, you, that I see it. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So you also see it because you don't understand Mikito's explanation. So yeah, okay, you also see it. Yeah, let's go towards it then. Carmen,
Okay.
you're with us.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine, guys. I mean, I think I see something. Not sure though.
You see something else?
I mean, if this structure is isolated, it might have some purpose. Maybe it's a guard post. I don't know.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
So yeah, Carmen thinks it might be some kind of guard post. I'm not sure. Maybe if we go check it out, we might find something there, some clue about this place.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
do we advance? Do we roll? Do we?
So comment says, or I could just check it out and then come back to you.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
Is
I
that
Yeah,
think
is
she
that
somebody
is
takes
should.
that
I don't think it.
she
I don't
takes
think.
she takes
wait,
one of the lamp lights, lights it up, and give it to you and says, "Okay, so point this towards me, so I can find my way back. I'm just going to get there and get back and tell you what
no,
it
no,
is."
I think it's a better idea to
Um.
stay together
Um.
because you don't want to be lost alone over here.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that to my Hindi friend here. That it's probably not a good idea to split up.
Yeah, so Mikito, Lilith is also
Or at
saying
least
that
not
it's not.
individually. Pairs probably is fine.
Yeah, Carmen, Mikito, yeah,
I can probably go with her.
let's not split up. Yeah, let's maybe not split up. We can because yeah, we can go all four of us. If two of us have to come anyway, and if it turns out that it is a good shelter, then the other two have to come as well. So
It's
it's
just
better
that
to.
I don't want to lose the track that we have here. I mean, the
Mm,
solo track. Sorry, Mikito. That we found because we still can see sort of where we came from. So worst case
Well,
scenario, we can still backtrack to the cairn, but I would like to at least save our progress, so to speak, before we
t-
venture somewhere else.
having two
yes.
of us sitting in the path isn't okay. Is okay. They're just splitting into two groups
Yeah.
instead of just sending one person. That's a that's just my brain going, seeing a bad thing happening and going, no single peoples.
No, no, no. Okay, then Mikito and Carmen. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you guys stick together, then it's okay. Also for Lilith.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, then let's go.
Okay, let's go.
So you
So,
both move to the ruins slash building and realize the structure itself, or what's left of it, was some sort of mill.
oh,
A mill.
Hmm.
How do we see it's a mill? What do we see there?
It's taller than the rest of what you might have seen so far.
How do we know it's a
And
mill, not a lighthouse?
I mean, you're not there.
Yeah.
Mikito and Carmen are there. So what they see is actually this structure, which probably had some farming. It was some sort of grain facility. Essentially, something that was some pretty basic and rural equipment out there in the fields that no longer exist, or at least are no longer fertile. But you see some of the stone that could be used in this activity.
Is it entirely made out of stone?
Some of it is stone, some of it is wood.
Okay. And you said that it was being used for grain,
Yeah.
processing grain.
Hmm.
Okay. So what does that exactly tell us?
What does that tell you?
I mean, it means that some people used to at least process grain here and probably lived here or probably dwelt here.
Carmen pulls out her notes, drawings.
Okay.
She puts them in a position that actually protects them from the snow. And says, I mean, yeah, that's what we found out, that people used to live here, and it was pretty. I mean, it was certainly warmer than it is now. And yeah, some peasants used to live around. So this is just another one of the buildings.
So that does, I think that does pretty much mean that what we did see, that structure that I saw probably could be a shelter of some sort. Because if it's near a mill,
I mean, you are actually the what you saw as a shelter was actually the mill.
oh,
That's the same building.
same building.
Mm.
Oh, I thought it was two different. I thought it was two different places. Okay.
It's a single place, yeah.
You can take shelter in a mill.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. I mean, what do you think, Carmen? Does this seem like a good place to? Well, we're still walking, are we? We're still trying to find our way somewhere. Do we really need
I
to
mean,
rest?
this place is kind of broken and actually pretty small. So I don't think we are going to stay here anyway. It's just that maybe we could find
Is
something
is
inside
there
that would help us.
is there any symbols? Is there anything sticking out? Is there maybe there's something
Would you like to
inside?
make a roll?
Okay.
Do
Mural.
you have an investigation? No?
I have research. I don't have an investigation, but let me roll. Let me roll first. That's a 2. What skill should I use? I have a
Which
4
one
in,
would you like to use?
um how about the notice again? Because that's a 3.
Notice? Mm, not in this instance.
Not in this instance.
But you do see Carmen is picking up some stuff. She's gathering wood scraps, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and cloth that she managed to rip out of. She's essentially breaking this place down to gather up the basic materials.
Okay, good idea. We could use some of the materials maybe later. But I'm sort of stuck on what could this tell us? What could this? How could this move us forward? Like, are we looking for a symbol or a?
Maybe it's just an extra place that is here for you to gather up some supplies and
Okay.
actually won't take you somewhere else.
Okay. So, do you think we found everything here that we could salvage and use for later?
I mean, I have things to burn in case we need to keep warm, because let's be honest, we are not getting any warmer anyway on this planet. So there's that.
Okay. Is
And I
there?
don't have any grain, so I went to the mill.
Yeah. Anything up in the ceiling or up on top on the walls? I don't think so.
You want to use notice again?
Notice. Notice is a 3. Roll. It's a 3.
So that's actually. On the 3, you see that you could actually risk climbing on the ruins in order to have a higher point of view and maybe see the next cairn.
Oh. Okay. I do have a 1 in finesse and a 1 in stealth. Would that help a bit? Do I have to roll to try and...
Not in this case.
Okay, so...
But if you ask Carmen, she can actually give you a +2 by helping you
Oh,
out.
okay. So yeah, go ahead, Carmen.
Sticking your scent. You guys on the path, you
Yeah, I'm
don't
seeing
actually
them.
see
Yeah.
through the snow because it's too dense. But
Mm.
well,
But is it,
you don't see them when they are inside the building, but where they are going outside, to climb onto the mill, you're like, what are you doing?
yeah,
I sit here
exactly.
and I
Yeah,
sit here and poke her and point at him and go, "What the heck's he doing up there?"
yeah, especially Carmen trying to break away things from the building. I can just sort of see her. It looks like she's pulling at things or trying to rip something apart.
I'm just going. I don't know what they found. Maybe it's supplies or wood or something because they're cold or
Yeah,
whatever. I'm cold too, but
I can
um.
imagine that it looks like she's pulling out wood. So maybe it's
Oh, it just
maybe
occurred to
yeah,
me. It just occurred to me. I bet he's trying to find where we're going. Wondering how far it's going, how far we have to go.
yeah. Yeah, I can also imagine that that signpost kind of thing we saw was actually a signpost to this place.
Yeah.
If this was really some kind of a village or something, I
Uh,
don't know because all I can see from here is that one
is this
structure
one
that
building?
is barely a structure. So I don't know. Maybe we have to wait until they get back and see if they found anything more over there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Carmen, do you
So,
see anything?
I mean, you are the one who are actually climbing up, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
I thought Carmen had the athletics.
She's just boosting you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Carmen is at the bottom tearing things apart, right? It's
Okay. Okay, so do I see anything? Do I roll?
And because of the roll I just made, you don't want Carmen to go.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have.
So yes, roll your athletics, which you don't have, I think. So you just have the natural +2 that is given by Carmen and the score of your roll. Hope for a 3.
Okay. I'm sorry. Did you want me to roll again? I
Yes.
think you okay. I think you broke up a bit. ROLLFATE. Enter. Another 0.
Do you wish to
0.
spend a fate point for a roll?
But do you have a +1 or?
She
Yeah.
already has a +2 from Carmen, but I think I mean I don't remember your aspects in precision, but I don't think that any of them has anything to bring up to this situation.
Let's see.
Could
So
be wrong though.
a +2 seems like a safe level. Another roll trying to get a higher number when we have a +2 when we could get like a -1 next time. So maybe we can stay with that.
So the difficulty of the roll is actually 3, so a +2 won't do it.
Okay.
That's why
But
I'm offering you the
okay.
roll.
But I only have one more fate point left, right?
You've only spent 1, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have 2 left. Yeah.
So I guess I'll spend another one trying to go for that 3. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ouch.
Ouch.
Oh god.
-2, right? Is it
-2.
+2 or minus?
It's
Minus.
-2.
It's minus, yeah. So when you are just starting to try and climb, you almost immediately slip and lose balance and fall backwards in the snow. So Carmen is like, okay, no, we are not going to do that. It's too dangerous already.
Maybe we should switch places. What do you
All
think?
right.
Yeah, and from here I can just barely see them, and it looks like Mikito fell off something. I hope he's okay.
Maybe I fell into the snow and probably landed on a soft spot.
Carmen slips too, but
Carmen slips too.
she
Aw.
falls on you, and you are not a soft spot.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay. No
Ouch.
more. No more. No more. No more climbing. I suggest no more climbing.
I mean, yeah, maybe we should have picked. I mean, you guys should have bought the climbing equipment when you were at the store at Bangalore instead of. I'm kidding.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
come on. Can we really buy a ladder and link it here and carry it
Link
over
a
here?
ladder. And you
Oh,
can
I
buy a
could make a ladder.
You can make a ladder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, we had wood. Do you need string? Wait, we have cloth. You could tie something.
I've found what I need. It's just going to take a moment. Hold on.
Okay.
And then she just goes full DIY and try
Does
to
she
make
need
something
does
to actually climb up there.
she need to
Yes.
roll for craft? She has craft, right?
She has craft, yeah. And she makes some sort of, well, it's not exactly a ladder. It's more like something that, I mean, it's not self-holding. Mikito, you have to actually hold what she made in order for her to climb through. But she made something that might actually boost her enough to get on the mill.
Okay then.
Okay,
I'll
so
go ahead and
please just
hold.
hold this. Yeah, put your foot here,
Mm-hmm.
just so your weight goes on the thing, and she just climbs up.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. It breaks.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Care for another
No, never,
build?
no, never
Care for
mind.
another
I mean,
DIY?
I can't. I've already burned up what I found.
Fate
Aw.
has pretty much chosen our path for us today, guys. I hate to say it.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Fate.
I don't think this climbing thing is gonna work. They've been trying it now at least. They've been trying it now 3 times. They keep falling down.
Okay. Let's just
I
get the
mean,
rest
last
of the
session was
sticks.
pretty cursed by bad rolls too. I think.
I guess let's just get the rest of the sticks and the cloth for warmth and head back. And I don't know, we really didn't find anything else to direct us in another way.
Not in this building, no.
Not in this
Ah.
building,
I
no.
mean, those ruins.
But do we see any other buildings? Now that we're
Um,
now that we're stopped and looking around, do we notice anything since we're staring out at this landscape a little bit longer?
Yeah,
might make another roll, yeah.
I have +1 notice. I think you do
Though
too,
I will ask
Lilith.
for surveying.
I have
Oh,
plus
survey.
2 on that.
Oh yeah, I have +1. Maybe you can try to roll for surveying.
Does it have to be in the
I have
mill, or does it
0.
have to
Who
be
said?
where Pratika and Lilith are? Because I have a +3 in surveying.
It has to be on the path.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But you
we're
can
Big
attack
fat
detecting.
one
goose
from where you
egg.
are.
0, so you have a +2?
Plus 2 total.
Yeah, +2 is not giving you anything.
I can try with my
Mikito,
+1 surveying.
yeah, sure, you can.
Yeah,
Mikito,
I
you
don't.
wanted to try some notice roll from the spot where you are? Because
Okay.
you can make one. That's fine.
Oh, I have 3 +1, so I have a 4 surveying.
You have a 4,
Nice.
right.
So what do I see from the path? So maybe not in the mill
On the
because
path,
I'm
yeah.
not there, but from the path, what else do I see?
So from the path, you actually try to orient yourselves a different way. You actually check the ground. So you just remove some of the snow and notice that the ground is more damaged in a direction. I mean, it's global because you also notice that on the ground there are a lot of, it's not exactly footprints, but it's an absence of frozen vegetation that you see elsewhere, but not on this sort of general line. So you don't know how large the path that was walked here actually was, but you have a very rough direction of where people might have been. And as you just keep looking on that direction, you think you're not sure that you see some sort of pointy thing,
On the
like
ground?
maybe in not on the ground, further ahead on the path, or
On the
what you
path.
think is the path. Yeah.
Do you point this out to us?
Yeah, so I'm at least first to you, Lilith, that look here on the ground. It looks like there is burnt
It looks
vegetation
like
everywhere else.
it looks like either the remnants of a path or something.
Yeah, like there was a road here or something. And if you look further in the distance where that goes, then there is some kind of spot on the horizon. So maybe it's another one of those cairns. And yeah,
That's possible. Yeah, it could be. We'll have to get closer to find out.
and are Mikito and Carmen back yet? Or
You
Yeah,
notice that they are coming back slowly. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
We may
So
get
Carmen
so
is
we can
holding
film it.
the corpse of semi ladder. A stool, really. She made a stool.
yeah, Carmen, Mikito, I just found out here when I dug on the ground that if you look over here, everywhere around there is this looks like a path. There is no grass on it at all. Not even burnt plants. It looks like it's some kind of road. And then I think Lilith also saw it just now, that if you look further in the distance, then you can see, yeah, some kind of spot far on the horizon. It might be one of those cairns again. Do you see it too?
I see a spot.
Shall we try and
You
go there?
think you see a spot? You're not actually sure. It could be just another structure, but it's something.
It's
It's
something at
something
least.
there. There's something there at least.
The rest of the place is not. There seems to be nothing there. So shall we go there? This looks like where the path is.
I'm up for it. Of course, I say it in Hindi.
Yeah. So Lilith is already coming.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Who is in front this time? Is it still Mikito or am I in front because I've seen the path? I don't have
I
high
think
survey.
I'll go first since I got a slightly higher
And
survey.
Carmen
Then
goes,
You
follow.
have
"Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're okay with that, of course. Since Mikito is the most, I mean, aware or maybe the most talented in traversing this land. I don't know why, by the way, but maybe we could like hold him up or lift him.
so we are going to walk and then Mikito is going to be on our shoulders or something.
I guess.
That,
Would that work?
How much effort would that put us through though? I mean,
and
Mikito,
yeah.
I mean, how heavy are you?
Probably around 5'6", and I'm pretty average. And you
I
know,
mean, we are three strong, independent girls. I think that we can lift you up.
Yeah.
okay.
Just leave your dignity on the ground, so it's less heavy, and then we just lift you up, and you can see farther that way.
Okay.
To help?
Can the contraption can Carmen's contraption help in this somehow? Can we put Mikito in that and
Oh,
then lift that
absolutely.
thing? Okay, so Mikito now goes
Contraption.
on. Yeah, he goes on Carmen's wooden contraption that used to be a ladder, and then, and
You
then
mean
we
the broken
carry.
stool?
Yeah, and then we carry him on that.
Yeah. Lift just we go.
Okay.
I'm
So
lifting him up. Yeah,
should I? So do we advance? Do I roll? Roll for surveying?
I guess so.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Uh, this better be good.
He's better.
Okay, that's a
This seems.
It's a
five.
5, right?
That's a
Oh,
That's a
5.
5.
let's
That's a
see.
5.
He just needs to be lifted up. This scene needs to be in that. This scene needs to be in that AI prompt, though.
On a 5, Prince Mikito on his royal chair just sees a cairn directly, and you also notice that it's pretty damaged.
Oh,
It's a cairn and it's damaged.
onward.
So you'll advance, motivated by the presence of High Mikito. And you arrive on the remnants of that stone pyramid.
Pyramid.
In well, the cairn. It's here like a
Okay.
cone shaped, roughly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cone shaped
Yeah.
And
pyramid. Yeah, gotcha.
you notice that whatever has been jabbed into it is actually broken. It probably used to be a spear because you can still see the stone bit, the the pointy weapon bit on the ground. Um, but the initial disposition of the can itself is holding for now. You also
Is there?
notice that the can itself was pretty far off from where the previous one pointed out.
So
So
I'm
Lilith,
looking. I'm looking.
yeah.
I'm looking.
I'm wondering, is there anything left over from the last spear, pole, whatever that was sticking out of it? Is there anything left over still in the cairn, or is it all completely pulled out?
You actually don't know how it's been damaged, but on the ground, you see that the piercing part of the spear is still there, and you can pick it up.
Okay, is there a pear-shaped symbol on it?
Yes.
Okay.
On the ground, yes. There is the confirmation, or maybe the backup of whatever indication this was supposed to be.
So do we
Does
know
it
where it's
follow the
going?
path?
It goes different direction.
It goes a different direction than the path.
It's so, I mean, it's not the opposite way. It's somewhere else. Essentially, the complete path is probably taking you out of some obstacles, maybe some frozen rivers, maybe some dangerous spots that you don't want to walk on.
Well,
But
I was sitting here thinking about the path we were just walking, the
the
empty
global
space of.
path, the global path makes sense. It
Okay.
goes somewhere.
It just
Up to
doesn't
you
go in a
guys.
straight line. Yeah. Okay. Mikito is still on that sedan chair, right? Getting carried.
What does Mikito say? See, way up there on his high chair.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Mikito, what do you see?
Roll. Roll. Roll.
I'm
Roll.
just translating everything.
And I have another 5.
Oh wow, he sees a lot. We have to put him on the chair all the time. He's not coming down anymore.
Okay. So with a 5, you are you actually trying to look around from the cairn that you are now, or are you taking first the direction and then do you start surveying?
I was actually planning on just surveying from this cairn.
Okay. So from this cairn, you unfortunately won't see much, but you see that the direction that is pointed is actually going through some. I mean, it's going between obvious obstacles, like what used to be um maybe some not walls, but some fences,
Mm.
like stone fences, something you see in rural environments. It's it actually traverses these signs of life or past life.
So
It's taking you on a safe path. It avoids actively some ruins. It is showing you where to walk safely.
I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Hmm.
I guess we're following that path then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you follow the path, you actually go through the hole made by a collapsed wall,
Oh, so there's
a
a collapsed
collapsed brick
wall.
wall.
So
Yeah.
so there is a brick wall and it's partially collapsed and there is a hole that we go through.
Yep.
So was this a building or was it like a wall around a village or
Fortifications, yeah, probably.
yeah.
Okay. We continue. I guess we continue following what path we see. Um, not sure what we see on beside. I mean, I guess we're seeing pretty much almost nothing except for dead
Everybody can make a
vegetation on the
notice roll
road.
at this point when you pass the hole.
A fortification wall is quite a lot.
Roll.
Notice. Oh, -2. Yeah, so that is -1. Yeah, that's not gonna
Minus
happen.
one. Minus one.
+3.
Okay, so with the 3, 12, and you are actually the first that goes through the wall, so that makes sense. You see that there is another marker that has been jabbed into the bricks. Well, some collapsed bricks of the wall. Some of them actually made a secondary hole, and there is, you think it's maybe a shovel that has been stuffed in there that is pointing out a new direction after the hole, and it's on the opposite side than which you came. So essentially, you pass through the hole, you look behind you, and there's something that is pointing in another direction.
Okay.
Can somebody give me a lantern of some sort so I can check for a pear-shaped symbol? If I could.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Carmen gives her lantern. Yeah.
Mhm.
So do I just look, or do I have to roll again?
You don't have to roll. You check the ground. There is no pear-shaped symbol.
Okay. You can take the lantern back. So what I see is a shovel, and it's jammed here into the wall, but it's in the opposite direction. So what do we make of
No,
that, guys?
it is not the opposite direction. It is on the opposite side of the wall
Opposite
that
side
which
of the wall. Okay.
you came through.
Yeah. So Lilith, he didn't see that pear-shaped symbol this time, but something is there on the other side of the wall. He says.
I mean, if it's taking us in the same direction, I don't see any reason why not to ignore it, or why to. I don't see any reason why we can't keep following it.
Yeah. There's nothing else there to follow, I think.
Yep.
I mean, there's no way it's there by random. Clearly, if
No.
there was a shovel here by the time the civilization was active, it would
Yeah.
have been removed or.
Oh, and also I saw earlier that this is actually a road that we're on, or it was some kind of a path. Whether a real road or not, I don't know, but some kind of path this is. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I
the
think,
marker
and
pointed us to this hole, so we could
and
pass through. So we need a
there's a big,
secondary indication.
yeah, and there's a big fortification wall, so there's a lot left.
What as we go by this shovel, I want to take a closer look at it, and can I tell how old the shovel is, whether it's very weather worn or if it's been there a long
It's
time?
pretty weather worn, yeah. It's been there since a while, but then again, as is most of what you've seen so far.
Okay, so there's no indication of it being any newer than the rest of what's been. It was
No.
seriously newer. Okay. All
And then
right.
comment says, "Oh, Pelika, what did you do with the ground when you were over there to find our new route?"
So what
Shigo?
did I do with, so what did I do with the ground?
Yeah, because we were so sort of lost, and then you checked something, and then you found
Oh yeah.
a.
Well, I dug around. So while you guys were at that mill place, and I dug around in the ground where I was standing, and then I saw that. So just with my feet, I just dug the snow away, and then I saw that everywhere there was burnt grass or burnt things on the ground, except for the little path where we were standing. It was like there was no grass on that at all. So it's like that was actually a path where people walked, or maybe it had been a road once,
Hmm.
but it was clear of vegetation. So that's how I could see it. You just have to dig a little bit, get rid of the snow, and then you can see where the path is.
Then you see Carmen just gets the shovel out of the wall. Okay, good thing we have this. And then she just
Yes.
starts removing some of the snow on the ground directly. I'll put it back, don't worry.
And does she
And
see a path?
She takes a lantern and use it on the ground to actually reveal that yes, there is a secondary path that goes from the hole in the wall to the direction in which
Yeah.
the shovel was supposedly pointing on.
Yeah, and are you
So
sure this hole in this wall, it does it look random? Because it now sounds to me like this is actually a city gate. And this is the road that went underneath it.
well, it looks collapsed, so it's probably just damage. So maybe it's just a known passage or something that was discovered when the cairns were built.
Mm.
So Common turns around, takes the shovel, and tries to jam it again in the wall, which she does not do successfully.
Can we not take the shovel?
You want to keep it?
Maybe, yeah, maybe it's useful. Maybe we need a shovel later on. If in the future somewhere, because now we see that there's not that much snow, but say if at some point we discover that there is a huge amount of snow, then maybe it's useful to have a shovel to shovel it
We
away.
should still need some sort of a pointer direction.
I mean, yeah. Because I wouldn't like people who come after us to actually get lost in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she just keeps on trying to get the shovel through the cracks of the wall.
Do we have anything else that could be used instead of the shovel? A long stick of some sort?
Did you take
We
any?
have my death's tool, but we kind of need it just so we can lift Nikito up.
Yeah, do we have? Did you take any other sticks from that mill place? I saw you pulling stuff out of
They're
the walls
broke.
over there.
They're broke.
And we can't jam a broken stick into this hole.
No.
Well, it's too short. People will miss it, and we barely saw the shovel.
Mm.
Mm.
I mean, I think maybe if some of you guys help me just lift that.
I'm wondering if I can take and move a. Yeah.
So it will be a collective athletics check
Yep.
for the group.
Athletics?
Athletics? I got 0 in that.
I got +3 in that. So 1 is +4.
All right.
Oops.
I need more from the rest of the group.
I have a 0.
0? Nobody took athletics or what?
I took athletics. I have
Okay.
+4.
I got a 0.
Okay,
And
that
I
turned
got
out
0
good.
in it,
So I'm the only one who can help.
So that's 4, and actually, your girl Carmen is going to spend a fate point. And there we go. So you managed to lift the brick and to slide the thin part of the shovel beneath the stone, so that it actually holds. Then you just turn it into the global direction of the path. Yeah, there. Fixed. No, nobody saw you were there.
I shake my head, mutter in my
no,
Hindi,
no.
mutter to myself in Hindi. Why? Just why? Just why? Anyways, are we continuing on?
It worked. Yeah.
Of course it works. So you continue the path, and you walk for a long time. You see another cairn. You rest a bit. You drink some tea in your thermoses, and you continue on until you see that the nebula is actually caught into some sort of contour or shape. Something goes between you, the horizon, and the nebula.
So it's like a solar eclipse, but with a nebula instead of the sun.
Is it a moon? Is it an actual moon, or is it
You
planetoid in
see,
shape?
you see that the shape of the nebula is somewhat cut by something massive that is in front of you.
Oh, Oh, it's actually on the ground in front of us. It's not like actually
Yeah.
like a
It's not in the
planetary
sky.
body. It's actually on the ground. It's just a very
It's on the
large
ground, yeah.
building of some sort, either a building
It's
or a
it's in your
mountain or
way.
something.
Do we roll something? I have no idea what it is.
I mean, now that you can actually see the contour thanks to to the nebula, that gives you some not contrast, but you can discern the shape because of the light.
Yeah.
You can go straight for there.
Okay.
You can go for
Thank you.
directly
Okay.
So
if
we're
you want to
going
go there.
towards.
But that's in the direction that the last scan gave you.
There's not
So,
much.
yeah.
There's not many other directions to go either. So I
Oh,
guess that's what we're heading towards.
yeah.
Interesting. What do we?
Carmen?
Hmm?
Mikito, Carmen, what do you think of that
Yeah.
thing in front of us? We're going towards
So
it.
make a roll. I mean, we have to go somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Plus
Makito.
2?
Okay. 3,
What do you
2,
think? What do you
1.
think?
I think we can go through. Seems safe enough.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
That's a +2
Plus
for
2 for what?
surveying.
Surveying?
Surveying.
Okay. So the shape in front of you, yeah, it looks like a building, and actually, it has some sort of
It looks massive.
pointy, domey shape. You've seen that somewhere.
Pointy domey shape.
It's in one of
That
the
roof
drawings
shape,
from.
possibly one of the drawings, yeah.
I see something.
Yeah, did I make a note of that? Because I have the no on the resources I have the notebook ability that I always write down lessons that I learned during the journey. So maybe I wrote down in my notebook something about Carmen's drawings, and that would give me a +2 for research on top of the +2 that I already have. If I need research, I don't know if it's if it's.
I mean, if you want to check Carmen's drawing, you could just ask her and she would show you directly.
Yeah, Carmen, is this what is this dome shape? What you saw in in the drawings?
She takes the lamp off forehead and she points it to the drawings well, she pulls out the bag, takes out the drawings, takes the lamp, lights up the drawings, and you see that it sort of looks like I mean, bits of the same shape, because you can see the whole thing, obviously, because the nebula only is so large, but parts of it, yeah, for sure. Could be one of those. You don't know if it's the one, because you have seen multiple cairns, but you only have seen so far one of these buildings.
Yeah.
I have a silly question.
It could be that.
The flashlights we have, how far do they actually shine?
Sorry, what?
The
Different ones?
flashlights we have, how far do they shine? Do we actually see anything further with the flashlights out than with them put away like we have been traveling?
No, you don't actually see
Okay.
that far.
Okay, so just
But it's
it was
only
an offhand
because
question.
of distance.
Alright.
Plus, keep in mind that the constant snowfall of, I mean,
Crystals.
it pollutes your vision with multiple sources of light, so it's hard to discern even with more light. Anyway, so
Yeah,
you
it's
you
just
wouldn't see it.
confusing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the building is so large that we cannot. The flashlight doesn't go all the way over there, and the nebula is blinding in the background, so it's difficult
Yeah,
to see exactly how big it is. Just that it's very
exactly.
big. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it is the first time that you see a building that is that large, and
And
something
intact.
that possibly might have, kept some of its basic
structure.
integrity. Yeah.
Integrity, yeah.
Yeah, something that wasn't made of wood, say.
Mhm.
So it looks more
I'm
durable.
going back to character now.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we are going towards the building, still carrying Mikito in that sedan chair.
I can't
Actually,
believe I'm
Mikito,
still
can
on
we
the
drop you
chair.
off?
Yeah,
I think your
think I
legs
can
might actually
I think I
like
can get
the
off
every
now.
start now. Yeah.
You're down on you're back on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can get off now because we know exactly where
What
Your
is
we're.
the
Majesty, we have
transport?
arrived.
Really?
Okay, so do we walk over to this ruin?
I
I
think
mean,
so.
yeah.
Okay.
So the drawings goes back into the bag, and as the group advances, you notice that it's getting darker.
Because we're coming into the shadow of that building, so it's obscuring
Because
the
both
nebula.
you are coming, yeah, it's obscuring the nebula, and also you don't see the nebula anymore because now it's completely behind the building.
Can we
How
see
many
And
something
as
things
more
that
of the building? Yeah?
you are
Lilith?
coming towards the building, you notice that there's actually a faint source of orange light inside.
Orange light.
Some glow that might remind you of fire.
Okay. Lilith, did you see that?
I
That
did.
glow?
I do see the glow, and I'm cautious and curious and going, okay, nothing's hurt us yet, really, except for Carmen eating the crystals, but I'm still going, tread lightly, maybe?
Yeah.
Of
Mikito,
course,
Carmen?
I mutter that in Hindi to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll ask Mikito and Carmen in English. Did you see it?
I do
See what?
see an orange light, and yeah, I'm cautiously going toward it, trying to figure out, trying to get a good view on what it is.
Yeah. And I wonder where the door is in this building. It's because
You
the
are not
rest of the
to the door yet.
because do
You're
we
still a
see
bit far. You
do
see
we
the light
see
before
anything
you see the door.
exactly? But do we see anything else about the building now that we're closer? Because previously it was just a black.
No, it's way too dark. It's still some sort of shape or silhouette. It's still way too dark.
Hmm.
When we get close enough to see the door, what do we see at the door?
You see that the door seems to be open, not completely open. It's a bit ajar, and the glow seems to be coming from inside.
What is the building made of? Like, is it? Can we see the walls of it or the texture of it?
It's mostly metal and heavy stone.
Hmm.
Windows?
Windows, yes, there are windows, but they are only on the second floor.
Second floor.
Kind of looks like maybe possibly a warehouse of some sort, maybe?
Yeah, I wonder
The
about those
door
domes.
itself is pretty heavy and high.
Yeah, and
Why
I'm
don't
also
we
wondering about those drawings and the domes and things. Is it a temple?
A good question.
why don't we
I
all
guess the only way to find out is to go inside.
yeah, why don't we all push this help each other push this door open since
Is
it's
the
really
door
Yeah, you
heavy.
have
held?
to
Is it?
actually push
Yeah,
the
well,
door. It's still ajar. It's a jar large enough so you can all pass through.
Okay.
Not
okay.
maybe
So I
three
don't
at the front, but you can wiggle in it without too many issues.
I don't
As
need
we
to
go
roll
by the door,
athletics.
I want to push on it to see if it's even pushable by a single person, just to see.
Barely.
Barely. Oh boy, it's a heavy door.
Is the door made of
It's
stone?
2 meters and a half.
2 meters and a half.
All right, so we're inside. What do we see?
So
Where's the orange
inside,
coming from?
you see what would be best described as almost a building inside a building, except it's more like a shack. Something has been um, brought here essentially, so some sort of not a tent, not a shack, but something in between. A secondary craft that has been brought inside an immense hall, which has
So
um, the remnants of maybe a throne, maybe some sort of regal hall or presence.
yeah, so some
It's
sort of
here. It
throne
was
room.
there.
And in the middle, so it's some old throne room basically with the remnants of that. And in the middle of that, there is like not quite a tent, but some kind of hut has been built here.
Yes, some sort of huts, and you see that the glow is emanating from inside. There are a couple of maybe pedestals, things that are holding bowls containing the glow that you see.
Is it incense? Do we smell anything?
You don't smell anything in particular except the dampness of the room, some dust, but it's definitely warmer in here. You immediately feel a new source of warmth.
And the
That's
lights
good.
and the source of the glow is coming from
The balls.
From
the
from
bowls.
those balls inside that hut in the throne room. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they are giving off heat. They're just
They are emitting heat and light.
Yeah.
are they like pottery bowls of some sort, or are they
Yeah,
metal
pretty
bowls?
much.
Pretty much
Yeah.
Pottery
pottery
balls.
bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, in other words,
Mm.
they're just like right now they're little braziers, and we can just toss some more wood in there if we needed to.
Exactly. It's braziers with the kind of things you'd put coal or incense in. It's probably
Anybody else want the temperature to go up anymore? Please, please.
Yeah, please, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, Lilith is also saying she wants to go in to where the balls are because it's a bit cold. What do you guys think, Mikito, Carmen?
Let's go.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Could use the
Yeah.
ones.
Toss some of that broken up wood that Carmen got out of that other place onto those braziers. Maybe
So
get
you
some
realize
more
that
fire going.
these aren't actually braziers. The balls are filled with tiny marbles or maybe
Oh,
pearls.
Oh.
They are all
Oh
orange,
boy.
golden, yellow, and they emit light and also heat. And Kame is just starting to actually remove her gloves and warm her hands inside one of these
you could
balls.
still
Slap her hand. Don't let her hurt herself.
could still set things on fire with those though if you put dry wood on it. But
Out of
uh,
character, these are not fire marbles.
oh,
Oh.
Even though they look like those, but they are not fire marbles.
Oh.
I
are
thought
they
it worked
hot
for
enough?
it
Are they
worked with the
actually hot
video.
enough to take and burn things?
You don't know?
I don't know. Ooh.
I suggest we leave them in the pile and just put our hands over it and not touch it.
Yeah, they're probably too hot to the touch anyway, but it's nice to have your hands
Um,
on.
You all can make a
I'll
notice roll
I
if you
could take a
want.
we could take a stick and stick it on there. See what happens. I mean, we got
Okay.
plenty of
Notice.
wood. We got plenty of wood. I mean, if nothing happens,
Roll.
nothing happens.
If you
Someone
put a
roll
stick
some.
inside, there is no reaction.
Okay.
Mm.
Does the end of the stick get really hot though?
It goes harder, yeah.
Okay. So in other words, we might not want to put our hands in there. Okay.
Yeah, maybe for your fingers it feels a little bit too hot.
Yeah. I don't know who. I'm pretty sure I swatted at Carmen's hand
I
not to
need
take and
I,
do
I
that.
need to leave 1 minute. I need to leave 1 minute, and I'll be back. You guys continue.
Mm.
Oh, oops.
All right. So while we're sitting here warming, what all do we see inside this room?
So, aside from the three balls, you also see some sort of a stone slab that is in the essentially the distant far corner of the tent. It has, I mean, there's a rock that is leading to it, and on the slab, you see a book.
Ah.
Please make a
Is the
notice
book
check.
open?
No, it's not open. Please make a notice check.
Oh boy.
Okay. I have a 0. Um, did you say a notice check?
Notice
Yep.
check, and I just rolled a 3, and I have a +1.
So you have a
But
4. All right.
I have a 3.
You have a 3? Okay. So with a 3 and a 4, so Lilith sees it first. There is something off about not only the book but the slab itself, because you notice that on the slab, which is made of stone, there is a mark of some sort of you understand that something has been on this slab for a while because it affected the stone on which it was, the support itself. So there's a vertical rectangular shape that is somewhat like a book, except the shape on the slab does not match the proportions of the book that you see on the slab.
It looks like the book is the wrong book.
That might be an interpretation.
Okay, so it looks like it looks like the book had been replaced. Oh boy.
You also notice something else. Something has been drawn in chalk on the slab, like right next to it on the left, and it's a square-shaped symbol.
Does it
You
have?
see a curve. Yes.
Do we have
You
an
see a-
image of the square-shaped symbol that we can share around with each other?
Oh, you don't need to trust me.
Okay.
It's a
Can we
curve that
describe
goes
it?
from the top left to the bottom left.
Oh, okay. Well, I know what that is, but never mind.
A curve that goes from the top left to the bottom left. Oh, that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Or maybe the
Makes
bottom left to
sense.
the top left. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Bottom. Yeah, a top left to the bottom left.
Yeah,
That's a
but in
curve.
this
Yeah, makes
game we
sense.
don't really know what that is yet. So
We don't know.
Exactly.
We
I
don't know
mean,
what.
one
We
person
don't know
does.
what that is. Who does?
One person, you?
How do I know what? How do I know what number that is then?
oh, your book maybe?
Remember.
Maybe your book?
Yeah, but
Your uncle. Your uncle.
I know, but did he write the Did he write the knee numerals in
Yes, he
there? Oh
did.
yeah, in the back. Yeah, in the
Your
back I think he
it's a
did.
Relto
Yeah.
book, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean the knee numerals make sense. But
Exactly. Yeah. But if the letters and whatnot that he left her had Dunny numerals in it, she would probably know.
yeah,
So
I think it was written on the back of the book somewhere.
inside the notes that you found in your book,
Yeah.
there was on the back the translation of numerals between Arabic and Dani.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've seen this. So this symbol I've seen before, and
Does it occur to you to say anything at the time? That's the question.
yes, yeah, I do. So I'm saying first in English that guys, I've seen this symbol before, and then I open. It's in my uncle's book, and then I open that note that was in the back of my uncle's book, and then see here it is, and it says here that this is 2. And then I show the same to you, Lilith, that in Hindi, that okay, I've seen this symbol before. My uncle included this in a note that he left me with that mysterious book he had.
Correct me if I'm
And it's,
wrong, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing the book.
I think so, yeah. Is
No,
it?
this is the second time actually.
Second time, yeah.
Oh yeah, second time. The second time I saw that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I saw it the first time already.
Yeah.
Duh.
You saw it in the linking chamber, yeah.
Yeah. After getting, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah, because we met first, yeah.
yeah.
So this is 2, but my question is, what was 1?
Yeah, so there was this other square symbol in front of it with this, with basically just a 1 in it. I didn't see that one at the previous where we started. Carmen, did you see a square symbol anywhere in that cavern?
I mean, to me, it looks like a 3 in Roman, but no, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if
It may not matter at this point because if we found one and we can find more, then we'll probably just know we're on the right track. Who knows?
Yeah, because it's a
Carmen
2.
opens the book.
Okay. And what
Oh,
do we
look,
see?
it's another one of those.
Another one of those.
Another one of them.
You
Is there
see
any other
an
place to
animated
go?
image. Hmm?
it's
Sorry, what?
just like that. It's just like the book the professor had. Yeah.
Yep. Is there any other place to go?
From here, you could take a look around, but I'm just going to spare you the exploration. The stairs that actually go to the upper levels are all collapsed.
Oh,
Okay, and what about lower levels? Is it all?
There are no lower levels, at least none that you can see.
Yeah. Okay. So in other words, basically, there's not really any place else to go.
Is this a linking
I mean,
book?
do you want to go somewhere? Out of character, yes, it is a linking book, but you still haven't gave a name for those.
Oh,
Yeah.
we don't know what those are yet. All I know is that this looks like the book the professor had.
and
So
it has the same
it has the
picture.
moving
It has
it
that
has the
moving same
image.
moving image in whole 9 yards.
It has a different moving image.
It has a
Oh.
different moving image. Where does it? Can any of us discern where it's going? Does any of when we're looking at this image that's in the book? Do any of us recognize it from any of our current experiences, up to and including any of the images we saw in the light bulb thing or the other linking room?
I mean, do you want to take the light bulb out and try to read again
Maybe
to
first
see
let's
if anything matches?
did we
Oh,
already look at the linking book? Did we already look at the gateway image to see what it's
On the image, you see. Well, first of all, you notice that it is nighttime where this place is,
Okay.
and also that it looks like a barren ravine of some sort. It's not.
okay?
It's not a cleft. It's larger than that. It also has a few elements that you cannot really discern inside the small depiction or the small image that you have in the book. There are a few things there, but yeah, most of it right now is just dark.
Normally, we don't see me being out of character here. We normally don't see
But there is no
day and
snow.
night cycles in an image like that, so then we're not going to see anything at all then at that point. So, okay.
I'm
Cool.
sticking to that point where he said there is no snow, but it is a ravine.
It's a ravine. And we're not
Or
sure
at
what else
least
we
it
see,
is
but there's
the
other stuff.
So what
flat
yeah.
bottom of a ravine.
So is it just all dry stone? Is it a desert?
You unfortunately are too far to actually see it, but from what you see around, including outside of the ravine, it looks like it's some temperate climate. Maybe a ravine is rough. Maybe it's some sort of canyon, but the levels of ground and dirt that you see around reveal some roots. So it's actually earth. You know, it's actually dirt. It's not dust. It's not stone.
In other words, it does
It
look more inviting than where
looks
we're at
fertile.
right
Yeah.
Do we
It's
see
It looks
not a
warmer
any?
for
dry.
sure.
Yeah.
Do we
It's
see
not
any
a dry
plants on the
desert.
ground? Do we see any plants on the ground, like flowers or grass?
Weirdly enough, you do not see plants or grass except outside of the ravine. But even there, it's rare.
It looks like scrubland
Okay.
almost.
It looks more inviting than here.
Well, yeah, especially with this
And
lack of sun.
it also looks like there is no radioactive snow. That's a big yeah.
Yes,
If you're
please. Let's
commenting,
get out of let's get out of the radioactive snow today, please. Yes.
Yes. Shall we
Shall we
touch the
touch it?
book?
Oh, screw it. I just stick my hand on it.
Okay.
I go
next.
next?
It is
I
out.
follow Lilith. Yeah.
Okay, ladies
Okay.
first. Then go ahead.
I will go after Lilith, so I also touch the book.
Okay, your link.
Carmen next, I guess.
Carmen isn't linking yet. She is interacting with the balls, trying to see what's there.
Try to probably bring the bowl with.
It lights out when I remove the pearls. That's weird. And then when I put them back inside, it lights again. Is it induction? Can I charge my phone in there?
Well, I don't know, but the two girls are already gone.
Oh yeah, let's see. And then Carmen comes to the book and just peeks inside the image to see. Oh yeah, they're there for sure.
So
I feel like I'm peeping on something. That's weird.
So did you want to like experiment more with those uh, ball-looking things, or did you want it to link, or what did you want
I
to do?
mean, I sure wanted to make a few sketches of the place because I've never, ever seen anything even remotely like that.
Oh, if
Haven't
you
you?
want to make some sketches, then go right ahead. I can wait for you.
All right. I mean, do you have to absolutely go in there right now?
Not really, not really. I
It's up to
can.
you.
Well, I don't want to leave you behind. I mean,
Oh. Well, I'm a big girl and I'm not going to actually eat any more snow. So don't
Okay,
worry. Though I appreciate the sentiment. I think I'm gonna pick up one of these pearls, just as a memento.
okay, yeah.
As for the book itself, well, last time I was pretty rushy with these kind of things. What actually are these? And then she starts flipping up the pages just to see more.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's that?
Do you see anything?
Can Carmen actually, just out of character, can she accidentally screw up a linking book? Like if she starts, I don't know,
Um,
drawing on it, or she tries to take a page out, like, hey, I'll tear it out.
I think your worry is legitimate.
Uh-oh.
Because if she does
Fortunately,
that, you're
she's not alone. But she also knows that she will have to use it eventually, so she won't actually mess it up.
I hope so.
Although, Mikilo, please make a notice check or research.
Ooh, okay. Well, I do have more strength than research. I have a +4, so okay, research. 3, 2, 1. That's a 3.
Okay. With the 3, you notice that approximately at the same spot that you saw um, the maybe word or proper noun on the previous book, there
Oh,
is something else written there, and even more elements that were absent from the previous book.
okay.
You see a symbol which has all the characteristics of a logo. It's circular. It looks somewhat like an open book with a circle between the pages on top of the book. And you see
Oh,
that it has been heavily scribbled, and something has been written in the script that you see inside the book next to it in red.
Oh,
You can make a report check on the script itself if you wish.
a report check?
Yeah.
so if you make a
That is a
report check on a
3.
script on writing, then does that mean like understanding then?
You will see what I mean in a second. You don't actually understand what is written with the script, but you understand that it was written with anger and contempt.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
The handwriting is pretty stressed. You almost can
Carmen,
feel the accusation through the tone of the script.
Carmen, do you mind if you could sketch this inscription here, or this book
Ooh,
drawing?
I
Or
can try, sure.
would that be a little
What's
too
wrong,
much
girl?
time?
I mean, if time is all we have, I can do it. It's just, hold on, maybe I have some better technique to actually perform this. And she will look into her bag to maybe find something that will allow her to copy, maybe to catch the print
Mm.
of what is written instead of copying it directly with calligraphy. Maybe there is
So
something
this
actually new.
isn't anything that I can read. It's just some sort of inscription, but it's not. I can't understand what it means yet.
Oh, maybe she can trace it then or
Yeah.
something, I guess. Yeah, some tracing paper and
Is it a
That's what she was trying to do.
language?
Yeah,
Is it a language? Because I do have my linguistics book.
it is a language, but it is not depicted inside your linguistics book.
Okay.
But when the time will come for you to actually learn Dani, because that's coming your way for sure,
Okay.
it will help. You will have an easier time than anybody to grasp the basics of the language, even though out of character we are still limited in vocabulary and other aspects of this language by what we are actually given as canon. But as far as the basic meaning of what you find, I will actually allow you to get at least some understanding of what would be written in Dani, and maybe even some Garefti, if we
Mm-hmm.
come to that. You also notice on the same page that has this scratch, not scratch, but scribbled logo, and in writing, you see that something has been written with Latin characters,
What do I read?
and it seems to be another proper noun. It goes Eder Vorgo.
Can you spell that?
Sure, it's right there on the chat,
Nice.
and you can actually change the location of the group to Eder Vorgo.
Okay.
mm. Well, the group hasn't linked to Edavargo yet, just Lilith and I.
They are on the way because it's actually your turn.
Yeah, are we doing anything? Because I would want
Well,
to.
first of
I
all,
want to
Besides,
wait.
you link in. You arrive.
besides after arriving, going, what's going on? What's taking them so long?
Yeah, because I want to wait for the others. I don't want to start exploring
Without
without
the
the others.
rest.
You
Oh,
immediately notice that it's actually warmer in here. Well, it's less warm than the chamber that you were in because it had direct heat sources.
Hmm.
But let's say that climate-wise, it's better than Oberon for sure.
that's great.
And you're also fortunate to have your headlamps because it is pretty dark.
Yeah, because it's still night and we are at the bottom of a canyon.
You can make checks immediately if you are, if only looking at the sky, for instance.
Okay, can I make a notice check? Say I have only
Notice, yeah,
+1, but
sure.
maybe I I can roll.
I'm gonna
Zero. That's
roll as
not.
well, looking at the sky.
Yeah,
I'm specifically looking to see if there's any constellations I recognize.
Okay.
yeah, and you have higher in
Ah,
surveying,
wrong one.
right? Maybe you can.
I am not seeing your wall. Oh, there we go. So that's a total of
I got 2.
+2. You got it all. So what you can see, both of you, is that well, at least you will have a sun because dawn is on its way. It will be light now.
Uh,
No more purple
Oh.
nebula.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
So while you are waiting for dawn, sort of, your surroundings become clearer. You can actually see some of the ground, the limitations of the canyon slash ravine in which you are, and its lack of vegetation, which shouldn't be the case because it looks so much humid or at least not dry, so there should be grass here.
There's only just soil. Soil that looks like it should have plants growing in it, but there isn't anything growing.
Do you want to examine the soil?
Yeah, I have a +2 in research, so maybe that one can help.
Okay, you can make a research check.
Ah, -1, so I have +1.
Okay. The ground here is well, it's natural, but it's not random. It has some sort of pattern to it.
What kind of pattern?
It's sort of wavy, and now if you can make a notice check to try and get a
Yeah.
better score.
I will try first, and then Lilith, maybe you, if I can't see anything, you can try maybe after me.
Lilith can
Sure.
can actually boost you if she does
I've got a
higher score.
I've got a +1, so I can boost her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a +1 in notice, but you also have a +2 in surveying. Maybe that one
You
will
do
help.
have to roll though, Lilith, to actually
Oh
confer
yeah.
the boost. You do have to roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait a second.
I'm going to roll.
There we go. There's mine.
Ouch.
Ouch.
-1 and -1. So
Ow.
it's
No,
zero.
that's not
Forget
-1.
the
It's
boost.
-4.
It's -4. Oh, you have -4 and I have -1, so I have a 0. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
So,
walk away now.
so I don't notice. So I don't notice anything about the soil. There is a pattern, but
Do
I
you
don't notice
actually stray,
anything.
Lilith?
Say again.
You actually go farther? Because you said that you were walking away.
No, I was metaphorically walking away from the thing. It's just
Because
-4.
as you are just realizing in disbelief that you maybe are just adjusting to the new temperature, or maybe it's something you ate or you drank or whatever. Maybe you inhaled a bit of snow. But as you look around, you see that there is maybe some sort of opening in the rock slash dirt around you,
hmm
and it's almost a perfect square.
almost a perfect square. Do we have our flashlights out? Do we have our flashlights
Yeah,
out,
we
or do we
yeah, we
see
do.
anything more with the flashlights out?
And actually, well, you'd have to get closer for that, but
Because they're on our head.
you see that as the sun is coming up more and more, it's actually easier to see around you.
All right. So
Meanwhile, Mobulena.
meanwhile, yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna just sit here and wait for everybody.
Yeah, because I miss Carmen and Mikito.
Carmen, I can read
So
English. Well, I can read Latin letters here.
yeah, English too. Yeah,
You see that, right?
I do.
I feel confident. I feel like I want to link now.
You want what?
Oh, I want to touch the book. That's what I want.
Oh, you want to warm? All right,
Yeah,
then
I want to
let's warm.
vlom. Okay. So I touch the book.
So she puts the linking panel as the active page, and just waits for you to link.
Okay. So yeah, I put my palm on the book.
So same as before, you picture the image in your head, you eternalize it, you think about it like you've imagined it through reading a book. You take a breath, and even before you think about anywhere else, you're there. And you girls see Megiddo appear out of thin air.
Hey, Mikito. What took you guys so long? Is Carmen coming?
She should be coming.
Oh, there she is.
She wanted
Hi
to
guys.
explore a little bit more, but we're here. And apparently, I think the name of this place is Eder Vorgo.
Oh, where did you see it?
It was written on, I think the either the book or the stone slab, the stone.
What was it like in a language that you could read?
Yeah, it was in Latin letters.
It was in
I
English.
could read it.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe not English, but something.
Roman letters.
Yeah. Well, this place doesn't have some hallucinatory snow, so that's a plus. Also, it's warmer.
I see that there's a sun.
There's gonna be
Yes.
a sun.
And also, guys, did you see Lilith found this opening in the rock on this side? It looks like a perfect square. It looks to me like it's not natural, like somebody made this. Lilith,
Well,
did
Can
you
we
already go?
it's somewhat square shaped. It's not perfect because it's been eroded, but yeah, it has been made intentionally for sure.
go inside the square? Is it safe to go inside the square? Is
It
there a
is actually
ladder?
too small for you to go
Okay.
inside.
Mm. Can we stick a flashlight or hand or a stick in the square?
Wait, hold on. You can actually go in there. My bad.
Oh, you can go in. Okay, yeah.
Well, you can
So,
crawl through the hole.
oh, okay, we can't walk through, but if we go on our hands and knees, we can crawl through the hole.
Is it parallel to the ground? Is it like a hole in the ground?
No, it's sorry. Yes, it is parallel to the ground. It's within the continuation of the ground.
Yeah, so it's a hole in
I
the wall.
vote Makita crawls through the hole.
Well,
Oh,
as you
okay.
crawl, you actually. How do you crawl through the hole, and do you take a light with you?
Well, we have the lights. We are wearing the lights on our heads, right? Because in the hole, inside the hole, it will be dark. So we need to wear that light, and we have to go on our hands and knees. So we can't carry the light in our hands. We have to wear it on our heads.
So, Lilith, I'm going you to make a notice saving throw.
A notice saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of sort of fell in the hole.
The hole is in the wall, right?
It's in the It's
In
in
the
the
wall of the
facade.
rock.
It's in the
Yeah.
the wall of the rock.
I got a 1 this time.
Okay. So as you start crawling, you feel your hand go down as you nearly fall through another hole that is perpendicular to the ground.
Do I stop myself before I fall through?
The hand that goes that is starting to go down actually has the reflex to catch up the wall in front of you.
Uh-huh.
So you don't completely fall, but you are sort of stuck.
Oh crap.
And your lamp, because you
And
are looking down, is
okay,
not actually.
I holler out at what's her name? I'm stuck. I'm
Kritika.
stuck. Get me out of here. Get me
Yeah.
out of here. I'm panicking, guys.
Yeah. Guys,
So as you look down, you actually see that there is something at the bottom of that chimney, which isn't actually that deep, but there is another square-like symbol.
Okay, so I'm so high emotion right now. I'm not really paying that much attention. I'll try to remember what it looked like afterwards.
yeah, so Mikito, Carmen, Lilith got stuck in there. We have to get her out. So shall I go inside the hole? I think I'm already near the hole to get.
You gotta. You guys did bring a rope, right?
I mean, ask her how is it like inside? Is she stuck far? I mean, how do you
How
crawl
far?
out?
How far did I
Also, yeah,
crawl? That's the question. That's the question for GM because I'm not
where
sure
the,
how far I crawled in.
Well, you took some extra. You went further on a bit more since you had to catch yourself up. So you actually have not an ankle, but you have you're a bit more inside the hole that you would like, and you have bits
So
of your leg dangling.
so my leg is sticking out of the hole still.
Almost.
Almost. You guys could just reach out, grab my ankles and pull me out.
Your knee is inside the chimney. That's how far you are.
Gotta be gentle.
Yeah, we have to go slow because when you will lose your grip on the wall that is in front of you, it's actually going to be dangerous.
Yep. So I gotta have somebody making sure they're holding my ankles before I take and even lift my other knee up, so that way I can.
Mikito, please make a notice check.
3.
Okay. You notice that dawn is now there, and the sun is coming up, and you hear a noise. It's not exactly a screeching noise. It's almost as something was maybe waking up, and you feel a slight vibration in the ground.
Oh.
And as you turn around to possibly the source of this noise, which is the side that is opposite of the hole, you see that as sunlight is touching the ground of the ravine, grass appears. And then it grows taller. It becomes bushes and trees. And that vegetation growth actually spurts more and more violently. It's almost like a tide of grass and trees and leaves, and it's all extremely colorful and spiky.
Oh, maybe you
Is
guys need to get
Lilith
inside the hole.
is Lilith being harmed in any way with all this vegetation growing around everywhere?
Not at the moment because you are all on the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
But as the sun is coming up, these plants are also coming out of the ground. And now you can hear it. It's like wood and twigs and branches being extracted from the ground, or maybe they just spontaneously burst up and start growing and appear.
Should we go inside the hole? What do you think?
You,
Yeah, I think can I already go inside the hole to pull Lilith out because I have +3 in athletics. Maybe I can manage it.
Is there enough room in there
uh,
for more than one person? That's the question.
absolutely not. There is only room in there for one person.
Yeah, I'm stuck. 2, I'm panicked. 3,
So
you're gonna either have to convince me to get me to take and drop down the hole. Right now, I'm so unstably unbalanced that I'm quite literally thinking I'm gonna take and knock myself out when I fall, and that's not something I want to do.
Perdika, please make your athletics check.
Yes. -1, so that is +2.
Okay, so you can actually pull or start to pull Lilith out of the hole,
Okay, so I grab.
and she's
So
like
I've opened the
halfway there.
hole. Yeah, and I grab
Okay, so
Lilith's ankles and I start pulling you out.
okay. So as I feel you pull and you explain what you're doing, I try to lift my one knee that's kind of sort of stuck and basically angle my body so that way,
Yeah.
as I'm getting pulled, the knee comes up. I'm still pushing on the wall. They're pulling me out, and I'm just gonna take and pray to God I cover my face in time as they pull
You
me out.
actually, you actually have the minor condition of bruises.
That's fine.
Lilith.
Bruises. I'll live with bruises. I'll take bruises as
Yes.
long as I don't get knocked out.
Okay, so have I succeeded in pulling Lilith all the way out of the hole?
You are pulling her out. Mikito, what do you do? Comment
Do
says,
explain that I see
guys,
some
that
things
does
there,
not look
but
good.
I do explain that yeah, we could go down there, but we're better off
Do,
going down feet first.
and do you explain about the square symbol, or
It's a
did you not?
it's a I explain that there's a symbol, but I also explain it's an almost right angle drop.
Yep.
Better to go down feet first.
Yes.
Sorry, I was kissing my wife.
And Carmen is trying
So
to actually. She looks around and is going to try to grab onto some of the roots to get out of the ravine. She's going to actually try to escape.
Well, as long as she's going down feet first, I'm not caring, and I'll probably follow.
she's going up, I think.
She's going up, yeah.
She's going
She's
up the
going.
sides.
Or
She's
at
not
least
in the
she's
hole, and she's
trying to.
going up the sides of the ravine. Yeah. And what is Mikito doing?
So we're inside the ravine, and she's trying to get out of it.
She's trying to use the roots to essentially climb out, yeah.
Hmm.
And all these plants and things are still coming up violently on
They are
the
still
different
coming up,
sides of
yeah.
the.
You notice also that
Um,
the colors and the patterns, it's absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. It's just very dangerous looking, but pretty.
can I use my rapport skill here to take and gauge whether or not she's gonna make it?
Um, that will be using your all and athletic skill to actually try to estimate whether what she's doing is feasible or not within the time
So,
frame that you.
uh, as for the athletic skill, I got a 0. But what other skill? You said
Let's
you
see.
said that and one other skill.
Mm, 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 mm. Maybe empathy to see if she's actually confident enough that she can make it, or she's just trying to convince herself that she can make it.
Well, I know
Essentially,
she's
you're
got
not.
the.
Essentially, you won't rely on whether or not you think that she can do it, but rather that if she knows that she can do it, or she's trying to believe that she can do it.
Yes, that's something very much I could. Yes, I've got, and especially if my +4 empathy, definitely. Let's try that. I want to see if she. I just want to see. I just want to see if I can gauge if she's going to make it, and if she thinks she's
Okay.
going to make it, I'm going to ignore her and dive into the hole myself because
Roll
there's just
your
no way.
empathy.
There's just no way. So rolling. Oops. -2. That's a +1. I guess I'm not so sure. So I'm gonna be worried about whether or not she's gonna get up there anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, and can you even get into the
What was
hole
your
if I'm
roll?
still pulling?
Well, if
You
you guys you pulled me out enough that I've cleared the blockage, if that makes sense.
Aprika, please make a notice check.
One plus one, so I have 2.
Okay. You notice that well, would you notice that actually? Uh hmm.
So
Not from
I'm
that
out of
angle.
the hole.
I don't think so. No, you don't notice that. The grass spurt is pretty even, and it doesn't seem to, I mean, it's going to fill out the entire ravine soon enough, and part of the ground isn't actually reacting to the graph spurt.
So part of the ground is still staying like normal.
But it's because you see that some items are entangled in the plants. You notably see one that looks like some sort of maybe yellow glass. Maybe it's some sort of not maybe a beacon, maybe something that has been put in the ground but that has been lifted up.
So something that was like archaeological, like some objects, some old objects.
Yep. And you also notice the guy.
The what?
There's a full skeleton inside some of his plants.
Oh, okay. Is the skeleton like? Is it just bones? Is it still wearing anything?
It is bronze and it is wearing tatters, essentially.
Okay. And can I see? So I cannot see anything about the dress that say no.
It's completely shredded.
Keeping in
Okay.
mind that this thing is moving very, very fast, she's probably doesn't have enough time to take it actually point that out to anybody.
Well, the speed is actually pretty steady.
Yeah, and the
How
skeleton takes.
fast? How
Yeah.
fast is it moving? I was
It's
under the
more.
impression it was moving really, really, really fast.
Well, it's only fast because of the stress that it causes, mostly because of the noise. The noise is really scary. But also all the pointy bits and the colors of the plants, which reveals that most of them might be poisonous, if not all of them. Um, but speed-wise, it's pretty constant.
So I can actually see the skeleton. Maybe one
It's
other.
grass first, and then bushes, and then trees, and then it just goes haywire.
It sounds tropical to me. And Lilith and I both come from a tropical country. Do we recognize
Mm.
any of the plants?
You recognize none of them.
Hmm. So yeah,
It has some similarities with what you know. It's
These places.
tropical, tropical.
Lilith, yeah.
I was
Yes.
gonna say something, but I can't take in. I can't really comment. I'm climbing backwards in the hole.
You were going back in the hole. Yeah.
I'm going backwards in the hole instead because it's like I think I'd rather chance the hole.
As you go back
Okay.
inside, I'm going to need you to make a notice check. Lilith.
Remember, I'm climbing backwards so that way I land on my feet when I get in there.
That's right. But when you get there, when you get inside the hole, please make the check.
Oh, so you're now actually in the vertical part of the hole.
Yep. She's like prepared to actually get down, and she
2
gets down
plus
the hole
1
again.
is 3.
Okay.
Oh.
You notice that above you there is another hole.
Second hole.
A hole open to the sky, and it's not directly above you. It's a bit behind. Like the sun
Where the
rays
sky?
would
All right. Well,
eventually
I meant you.
hit beneath you.
Okay.
Mm.
Is
So
there?
if the plants can lift a skeleton and they can lift whatever object that was outside, they
They can
can
lift you up.
probably lift what's
Okay.
under your feet, and the hole isn't directly above you, meaning if you stay, you might get crushed.
Let's make sure I've get my butt over to where the opening is, so I don't get crushed.
It's
And
actually
I need
too
to go
small
on
for
mute for a
you.
bit.
It's actually too small for anybody to go through.
Too small for anybody to go through. Is there any place where I can go?
You can go back outside.
I can climb back out the hole I was just in. Okay, well, I'll just do that then.
I mean, in all desperate cases, the tunnel doesn't seem affectable by the sunlight.
I could just hide in the tunnel. Is there?
Yeah, but you
And
won't all fit inside the tunnel,
no,
unfortunately.
they won't all. But Carmen's already running up the hole, running up the wall, and it's like, crap. What do I do? I do report all this to.
Yeah,
Me.
to me. And
Yeah,
I
to you.
also and I also report to you that I saw a skeleton outside in the
Oh
trees.
boy.
And
I'm just
then
staying in the hole.
I say the same thing in English to Carmen and Mikito that, hey guys, did you see that? There was a skeleton up in that tree. It's way up there now. And Carmen is up on the hillside, I think. But I yell up at her that be careful, watch out, there's a skeleton in there.
Carmen is actually going to make it out of the ravine. And she's talking to you from above. Guys, the ground here it's different. It doesn't seem to get affected by the sun in the same way.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I could probably make it up there because because I have quite high athletics, but I don't want to leave Mikito and Lilith behind, so I'm not going up the hillside.
And also the path that Carmen used to actually get up, the path with the roots, is getting covered by the plants.
Yeah. Yeah, but now there may be other paths if there are, say, because now there are a lot more trees that have grown
Carmen
up, so
gasps.
maybe.
That's what I saw in my dream, in the book. That was this place.
Oh, so your dream, that valley you saw, we thought that maybe was the place we came from with the snow, but that's here. And what else?
Yeah,
What
but
else did you see?
maybe later.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just get out of here first.
Can I roll and then give Lilith and Mikito help them up or something somewhere? Or can I roll a notice to see if I can notice any trees that we can climb,
Yeah,
something
you're
like that?
gonna roll notice first to see if there are any climbable options, whether there are
Mine
roots or incoming plants.
-1, and I have +1 in notice, so that is 1. So that is 0. So Mikito, do
You don't
you have higher
see
notice?
any way up.
I have a 3 in notice.
Yeah, maybe you try a notice roll.
That's a 5.
That's a
Oh,
5.
so you notice things, yeah.
You might have a shot if you calculate and get ready to use the growth of one of the first plants that aren't actually dangerous to actually essentially act as a step. So you can push on it, and Kamen can grab your hand and lift you up. It's risky, but it's your best shot
Maybe
currently.
maybe let's first get Lilith out of that hole, otherwise she'll stay stuck in there forever. So so I will call Lilith. Lilith, please come out of here. Mikito has found a way out, and Carmen is already up there, and she says that up on the above the valley, this issue with the plants doesn't happen. So the ground is normal there. It's much safer. We need to get up there.
All right, I'll go ahead and follow them.
Yes. So now all 3 of us are
Do we
inside
all
that
need?
tree.
Do we all need to take and roll athletic rolls?
Well, Mikito hasn't shared what he found, essentially, or his technique, so you don't actually know about the way up.
Well, there's some sort of tree here on this first step that we can use to. I pretty much forgot a bit, but
The tree is well, essentially, it's a type of plants,
okay.
and it's incremented levels. You know that the first plants that are going out are grass, and then it's bushes, and then it's trees, and
Okay.
you are trying to sort of use the right timing to actually step on the growing tree, so that Carmen can actually catch your hand while you push on the tree to have a step up, and she
Oh,
can
it's a single person thing.
pull out. Yeah, and actually it's pretty risky. But if you
It's
want
the
to get
only
out
way up.
of the ravine without depending of on the routes that are no longer accessible because they are covered by plants, that's the only available way for you. Pretty cool.
I mean, I get that. I think I'm safe enough in the tunnel right now. I can wait for the growth to hit and then carefully needle my way over to the wall and climb my way up, avoiding most of the plants after they've grown. If that makes sense.
Cool.
Would that be an acceptable thing I
Though,
could do?
I mean, I can. You can either make your notice check now or you can make it later. It won't change much, but
Let's make it later. Make it later.
okay, okay. So, Mikito, are you attempting this Indiana Jones move and try to actually be a cool badass ninja and catch Common's hand and get out of the ravine with her.
I do have fall down 7 times, stand up 8 as a stunt. So,
Okay.
I mean, that's a +2 added to finesse. So that's a +3. So
Okay.
can I use finesse and
You can
have
use
a
finesse, yes.
+3 and do my roll?
So that's a total of 5, right?
Well, no, I have to
Oh,
roll
that was
first.
another roll. Okay.
I have to
Okay.
roll
So
first.
please make
3,
your roll.
2, 1. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a 5.
So you guys actually see Mikito being a complete badass and make that ninja move that nobody expected. That boy just runs, sort of steps on first the bush, then the tree, then the wall, then jumps to catch Common's hand that she catches, and she pulls you out of the ravine, and you actually get to her level by pulling you up. Wow, that was cool.
Of course,
Now
I
I'm
don't
out
see
of
anything. I'm stuck
points.
in a hole.
You're in the hole, yeah, yeah. So can I try with athletics?
You can try to time the same move, but you will only have one shot at this because the ravine is almost completely filled with plants now.
Yeah. So mine. Oh, that's -3.
You
No, then I don't.
you
Yeah.
slip on the grass, and you actually have the reflex to roll backwards on the direction before plants actually grow inside of your face.
Yeah.
And your only option now is the tunnel.
Okay, so I also go in the tunnel.
Okay. It's tight in there.
We're a little cozy, aren't we?
Yes, yeah. So you're in the back of the tunnel, I'm in the front of the tunnel, and we are waiting over here.
Yeah, we're just waiting patiently to see what happens next.
So the plants go right up to the brim of the wall. You see it goes straight up. It's actually thick and tight with vegetation in front of you. It's colorful and it's almost well, it's not blocking the sun, but it's let's say it's getting most of it. And for the first time in a moment, you don't hear anything else. The ground stops shaking. You no longer have that terrifying sound of wild nature just aggressing you, and it's just flat silence. And you hear comment through some. Okay, what was that?
My apology. After the silence, do we start hearing normal nature sounds?
You start hearing cavern sounds.
Yeah, because we're stuck in the tunnel. Yeah, we don't hear anything but the tunnel. So like water dripping and things.
But
Mikito, as you look around, you see that there are actually multiple ravines around that are just filled with the same type of wild nature. Fluffy jungle. Spiky, colorful, plentiful.
And what is there
It's quite,
outside of the ravines?
it's quite pretty if it wasn't that terrifying. Outside of the ravine, it's essentially basalt or flat rock.
all right, we're stuck in. I'm stuck in the tunnel with the.
We're both stuck in the tunnel, yeah.
Is it safe enough to crawl out now and not get
You see, it's
eaten by the eaten by nature?
well. The thing is, you cannot exit because it's so filled,
Okay.
so thick and close that it's like a wall of vegetation and grass
Oh
and
boy!
plants.
And going the other direction.
And
I mean,
also, has a plant grown through that hole now? Because that hole had a that could have a plant growing, right? So is that also there? That vertical hole.
yeah.
So you see that the chimney is pretty unaffected so far, but as you try to actually go inside that hole, you hear the grass spurt comes back.
Hmm.
It's inside the hole.
Hmm. So now that thing is coming, yeah.
Hmm.
So don't go inside that. Just stay to the edges
We'll
of
just
it, and
stick
then that
back.
plant, exactly, and then that plant will shoot to the middle.
And as you are watching, you see that the whatever is inside the chimney actually lifts up because of the plants, and uh, s- it it scratches on the wall. It has a clear rumble and goes up until it blocks the tunnel.
Are we gonna
And you
be
see
crushed?
you're not going to be crushed because it only went up the chimney, not the tunnel. And you see that whatever was inside the chimney actually blocks the other end of the tunnel, and it has well, first of all, it's completely dark now because your light sources are off. There are no more light going inside the tunnel, so it's dark. But you are now completely stuck on both ends and in the dark.
But I'm
What,
still wearing
what do
my
you do?
headlamp, so I could turn it on.
Yep,
I could turn
but
my
you are
headlamp on.
on the other side.
Then maybe some light will come through to where. So I am on the outs. So I am on one
You can
side
still
on the.
interact. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
facing the outside on the Raven side, and Lilith is facing the other way, chimney
Yeah.
side.
So Lilith is that plant has grown through the chimney in between me and Lilith, and I am towards the outside. But I also can't go outside because the plants are completely blocking the exit.
Yep.
And Lilith is also blocked by that plant that goes to the chimney.
And it's dark in here, but it is not tight enough that you cannot actually give each other items or speak or do things. You just cannot turn around.
We're just a bit pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
we
pinned.
we cannot actually
We don't
exit.
we don't have any cutting utensils or anything like that. No.
But if you want to actually take off your headlight and give it to Lilith, you can.
Yeah, maybe I can try that. I will take off my headlight and give it to Lilith that she has some light. Maybe she can see something over there.
Uh, do I notice anything? I'm gonna need
Yes.
a roll of fate thing here, right?
No, you don't have to roll because it's right in front of you. With
Okay.
like maybe at 5 centimeters in front of you. You see that whatever has come up to block your way actually has some sort of I'd call it maybe a hole that looks like a negative handle, like an oval shaped hole in which you might be expelled to pull through.
Okay. I report that to Mikito.
To me, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Sorry.
an an oval shaped hole.
That seems to be part of maybe some drawer.
Okay, so the
Or
thing that came up, is it made what is it made of?
It's metal.
it's
It's
metal.
metal. Yeah.
It's
And
metal.
it looks like it's made of and it looks like it's part of some drawer. Is there any
Essentially, what
inscription?
what what was at the bottom of the chimney was a metal box,
Oh, a metal box, yeah. Is there
and the
any
hole you see is some sort of part of the drawer that you will need to pull to actually uh, get what's inside supposedly.
okay. Is it like a keyhole? Can you try Lilith, can you try to pull that? Is it open?
Lilith, what do you do?
Sorry about that. I had mute on. Oops.
No
I
problem.
was starting to
Hmm.
talk and I forgot I had accidentally hit the mute button. No, I try to pull open the pull on
Okay.
the drawer.
When you pull it open, you notice there is a book inside.
Oh,
Oh. I open the cover of the book. What do I see?
Okay.
is
You
anything
see
written on it?
a moving image
Oh no.
that is actually showing you a full daylight place, and it's extremely shiny actually, and the ground seems pretty irregular. It looks like, and the wording here will be important, so please pay attention. It's like a desert, but transparent.
Okay. I report what I
And it's
find.
pierced by holes.
I report what I find to. I'm so
Ah,
sorry. I just can't remember the
Pitika.
name.
No problem. Now,
Pretty catchy
okay,
name.
Pitika. Yeah. So it's like a glass. So is it? So it's like a glass desert then, a desert made of glass.
Uh, um.
It's a desert but transparent. Yeah.
Uh,
It
we
it
can't
is.
take we can't take and tell the other two what we're seeing right now, unfortunately.
No.
So,
Well,
um,
Nikito, what do you do
yeah. What do we
in the
do?
meantime?
Well,
You
there's a
heard the metal thing go up and getting stopped or jammed inside the cave beneath.
Mhm.
You heard that for sure.
Yeah,
uh
but you don't know what's in
you
it. Yeah.
you said that there was a hole like
Yeah,
in on the like there's a hole
above the cave, yes,
above the
there is a hole. Yeah.
cave.
hmm
Carmen has a shovel, right?
She does not.
Oh.
She left it in
Oh
the
yeah,
wall
that's right.
in
Okay.
Onobulena.
Can we gather around the hole and probably communicate
Sure.
through the hole?
Yep. You can pick around and you can go to the hole.
So we're like, what do you see down there? Are you guys okay?
Yes, we are okay.
You yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to
You,
answer
you
because
you
Lilith
can see the
doesn't speak
box.
English. Yeah.
Well, you don't know
So
it's a box. You see some sort of metal cube.
we found something in this box, or Lilith found something in this box. She found one of these books again. The moving picture with some sort of glass desert in it with holes. Sounded weird. So I
Is there
showed
any
that
way
to
we
you
can
up.
break apart the hole? Or it's made out of a stone, never mind. So
It's
yeah.
It's
granite.
solid
Yeah.
stone, yeah.
Yeah.
Basalt. Yeah.
I mean, can they stick their hand through the hole by chance?
They can put the arm through, but the box is like maybe 3 meters down.
Could I pick? Could I
There's
pick? Could I
nothing
pick?
in reach.
Well, I'm sitting here wondering, can I pick the book up and put it within reach of their hand if we
They
decided to
are.
take that out?
You cannot see each other. The box, the metal box, is separating you, it, essentially.
Oh,
So
so
that
they can't.
metal box
You
is blocking it.
So there's no way we can see their hands when they put if they were to shove their hands in.
their hands would be too far anyway. You can only
Oh, okay.
speak because the space between the box and the rock is not perfect. It's a bit
Oh,
irregular, so
okay.
there's a bit of sound and air that goes through it, even though the air in the tunnel is starting to get rare.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. So what do we do?
What do we do? And
Because we
split
don't
it. We
have
don't.
any.
We don't want to split up, really, do we?
Oh
Well,
no, I think we have two alternatives. One is to split up and we go into this book into the glass desert with the two of us. And the other alternative is that we wait here until nightfall, maybe, because you did notice that when we came here, it was night, and then these plants weren't here. So maybe at night all this goes away.
How fast? How fast does the sun on this place move?
You have no idea, but as you are I mean, as you probably woke up early in India to do whatever you had to do, it didn't seem that different from the day-night cycle that you are accustomed to.
Okay.
The air is getting
Though it
scarce in
depends
that tunnel.
of the season and stuff, but yeah, you might be in for. Actually, anybody can make a. Does this game have nature? Survival? Um,
I have research. I don't know if that's.
research, yeah. Research might
I
work, survival might work. One of those, yeah,
Shall I
if you
roll?
wish. Yes, please do.
Oh, yeah.
rip.
0, that is
Zero.
+2, because I have +2
Plus two?
research.
Okay. You might have a few hours of air tops inside, maybe even less.
Okay, so we can't wait out the night. Then there's only one way left, and that is we have to go through this book. So we have to
Um,
so
Pudika, please make. Let's make it. What? Let's make it. Survival check or will,
I,
if you
yeah,
wish,
I don't have survival, but
or
I have
research,
will. I have will and research at +2.
or you
Yeah,
can spend a fate point and I will hint you.
or I can try to roll. Oh, -4. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You said what?
I rolled, but I think it says -4. Yeah, that's
Yep,
that's not
it's a
gonna work.
-4.
Yeah, exactly. No, then I can spend 1 point, and you can give a hint.
Yes. That offer has passed. Now that point is for a reroll.
Okay. So I have to roll again, and then
Yeah.
I don't spend another point then.
No, it's just 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
2. So now +2 is 4.
Okay. You have another option, which would be not to use this book, but the one
Oh,
that you
of
own.
course. Yeah.
Carrying the book that you have found.
Yes.
So you take it there.
That would also
Thoughts,
be
guys? I
interesting.
mean, what is Makito and Carmen gonna do while if we take
Yeah.
and link out
Yeah, and
or if we
especially
warm out?
especially if I mean, yeah, that's also interesting because if we go to this to this glass desert place, if that also was marked with a square symbol, then eventually I suppose Mikito and Carmen would end up there as well. Because also this the book over here was one of the square symbol books. But if I also
Also,
have
Yeah,
since
my
the book is out of the
uh,
box, the book is now in the tunnel, so
they can
you
get
can
it
just wait.
eventually.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
They
we
can
could. I mean,
Yeah.
get it.
I could quite literally. We could quite literally leave the book on the ground in the tunnel, so that way, as soon as night
Yeah.
falls,
absolutely.
they can get it. They don't have to wait for the sun to
Oh,
come back up.
exactly. But I also have my uncle's book, and the book my uncle gave me that also has one of these moving panels. But that shows something completely different, and it also shows a place that is not on the glass bulb, and it doesn't have these square symbols on it. So probably if we take that one, it looks a lot more inviting than a glass desert because that one has it has a little island on it and a hut and there's proper sunshine and things and there's some trees and it looks really pretty. It looks a lot more inviting than a glass desert with holes in it. But I don't know if Mikito and Carmen will ever get there.
Yeah,
Of course,
because
if
if
I
you use your uncle's book, doesn't it travel with you?
You don't know
yeah,
that?
exactly.
We
We don't
don't
know
know
that.
that. We don't know that that's
We
gonna
don't know
happen.
that. No,
That's
Yeah.
exactly. We don't know that. But if I use a Gelto book and it does travel with me, then yeah, yeah. Okay, it's interesting. But yeah, so we don't know that that book will be. So what do we? So yeah, what do you think, Lilith? We can't stay in the tunnel because we don't have a lot of air. And yeah,
No, we
it
don't have a
just
lot of
got
air, and
no, it just got morning, and the sunset will probably be in maybe
Also,
8 or
just
9 hours.
to clarify something up, yes, in Uru, if you use Veralto books that are with you, if you carry them on your person, if you put the book on the ground and link, it won't travel. It will just stay there.
oh,
Okay. Oh, nice.
oh,
Yeah, so it's not like bound to you. It has to always, it's yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, that
That
does make sense.
also actually makes sense because it's not even my Rialto book. It's my uncle's Rialto book. So if it's bound to
Exactly.
anybody, it should be bound to him.
Yeah.
It should link back to Kolkata. Yeah.
But we don't know anything about that book, and we don't know
We
anything
don't know
about any of
anything.
these
No.
books yet. And we're
We
still
just know
trying
that
to
if we
figure.
yeah.
We're still just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we just
Um,
know that if we touch one, then we go someplace. But I've no idea what yeah,
you know how
what
much
and
air
how, and
here.
no, exactly, and where these places are. Is it in the right order? I didn't
What
see
the,
that
what
Guys,
symbol.
what
what's going
what?
on?
Yeah,
Well,
so
we're discussing.
Lilith Pratika,
Yeah, okay.
Carmen and
I
I
see that.
are waiting for whatever you want to do. We're all ears. Whatever you want to
All right.
do, just
And I
Yes.
mean,
we're,
we can't wait because we have food and water, so we can even camp
yeah.
Yeah, but
if we need to.
here in the tunnel, there's only
Yeah,
enough air for about 2 hours at most. And the problem we have is that Lilith found one of these books with moving pictures in the tunnel, and we have two of them because I have one from my uncle, and we also have one that shows a glass desert with holes in it, and we are wondering which one to take because we have to get out of here with one of the books. We cannot stay in the tunnel. We cannot get out of the tunnel because the plants are blocking the way. And the only option we have is that we either go to my uncle's book, which is very inviting and it's got a little island with a hut and trees and stuff, or we go into the glass desert book, and that is some glass desert with holes in it, and it didn't sound like it had water or anything. It sounded like a desert but transparent. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe my uncle's book sounds a bit nicer than going again into some hostile place.
Yeah.
First we had that snow. Now we had these plants. Now that desert again looks like some hostile place. There are holes. There's a glass. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a place to go.
And
So yeah,
considering that
Mikiro,
Carmen and I don't know what this glass desert looks like, we don't know. We're not really sure if we want to go there or not yet. If we want to
no,
go there.
Mikiro,
I'm not entirely sure, but it sounded awful. So it's
Yeah. Yes, GM?
Mikiro,
Yes?
you are, well, DM confidence, you guys have broken my game design. I wasn't expecting you to actually take refuge in the tunnel, but that's fine because I've actually thought of a way for Mikiro to actually save you guys.
so
Oh.
what were you expecting then? Were you expecting that we all would make super good athletics rolls and we would somehow get out of that?
I would have expected you to link out actually, but Mikiro, I see a way for you to actually free the girls if you are clever enough.
I
Okay.
thought
You
we were
have to
going
make
to link
rolls
out.
here. Let's see. We have 15 minutes left on the session. Let's see if you can find it.
Oh.
This is your moment.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought we were
You
going to
can
link
make
out, but
any
it's
kind
fine.
of rolls that you need or want, and comment can help you if you need anything. So, tell me, what do you think
I see
is
a
the way for
hole.
you to actually solve it?
It's a
You see a
hole.
hole.
A hole 3 meters down. There's a metal box. Um, uh, what is Carmen's strength and craft?
It's high. That's what it is. She's the
Okay.
queen of craft, as always.
Maybe is there, and the metal box cannot be removed. It's bigger than the hole, right?
Well, essentially, it's the same size or shape as the chimney. It's just that it's smaller above the tunnel, so it actually gets stuck. instead of going all the way up. Essentially, plants have to lift the box so that someone in the tunnel can access inside and retrieve the book.
Plants
Do
have
you
to lift the box. Oh,
do you guys have a mirror? Some polished surface.
Yeah. Comment says, yeah, I do have a mirror. Why?
So maybe if you, I'm not sure how much room there still is for plants, for more plants to grow. If the sun got, because the chimney doesn't align completely with the hole. So maybe the plants didn't get all the way, or the sunlight didn't cover the complete surface area of the hole. So is it possible for you guys
Well,
to
we
maybe
can
shine with
actually
mirrors?
see the plants beneath the box here.
Yeah, because I wonder if it is possible that if you shine the sunlight through a mirror into that hole, that some more plants can grow, and those few extra plants can push up the box.
Well, the thing is, the entire ground is actually exposed to sunlight, and the rest of the space is just carved rock. It's not soil.
Mm. So that doesn't work.
it has something to
Mikito,
do with the
please
hole.
make a notice check.
Notice check. Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1, +3 and +1. That's a 4.
Okay. You look around. You separate your attention from the hole a moment, and you look at the ravines that surround you, and you
Oh,
notice that the colors on the plants that are exposed directly to sunlight are shifting. They are blossoming into one another. They are almost not dancing, but there is some movement. It's very vivid, and there is a very active relationship to these plants with sunlight. It's not just the soil.
an active relationship with the
Maybe they are
sunlight.
photovores. I don't know.
And you said that they were different colors?
Yep.
Okay, so what is the color that is near this hole?
Oh, I mean, different colors. It's an entire rainbow of flora out there. It's just
Oh,
absolutely breathtaking how many colors there are.
okay, so it's just like a mixture, like a plethora
Yeah,
of. Okay.
but it's more active when it's exposed to sunlight.
Hmm.
Speaking of sunlight, Carmen has pulled out one of the bottles you have and is ready to drink water, and you are actually thirsty yourself. And the girls down there are not bit though.
In
Yep.
Hindi, I'm babbling about. Oh wait, no, he hasn't reported that. Never mind.
Okay.
Um, w- the plants that are inside the hole, are they alive? They're alive.
I mean,
They're just
yes, both of
stationary. They're
them.
not doing anything.
Okay. I don't know, Carmen.
They have expanded to the maximum space that they had available to grow.
Should we water them? I don't know.
Well, it doesn't look like they need water, or maybe they pull their own water from inside the ground.
Hmm.
Look, I mean, look at them. You couldn't get colors that vivid if it wasn't just optimal health for them, both by the sun and the soil and the water.
I don't
They are
suppose
thriving.
Nikita reports what he notices, does he?
You only hear the conversation between Carmen and Mikito.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, duh.
Can
I'm
I
wondering
He just suggested
what
that
are they talking about.
about watering plants.
can I make another notice roll?
Sure. What do you want to see?
So I want to focus not on that hole that we're in right now, but probably another section where there's other holes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that could help a bit. I don't know.
You want to look for other holes.
Well, you said
Sure.
okay. Okay. 3 plus -1, that's a 2.
You see other plants that actually sprout out of other cavities inside the network of caverns that are beneath you, or at least around you. So and you can spot them because they are actually taller than the ravine themselves. So around you, you just see trees here and there, popping their head out of the rock. That's where you think that there are holes leading down there. Except that, of course, they are filled with plants, so you can't actually go through them. But there are a few openings that you might access during the night, possibly.
And there's no way that we can affect the sun in any way. So, I don't know. I'm positively stumped.
Hmm.
The plants are totally too strong. We can't like pull the grass out and
You can pull what's around them, you can pull some, but let's say that by now it's a very compact forest or grove that has taken place inside the ravines.
yeah.
I
My my
wonder if
my
it's strong
main
enough to actually break the rocks around the hole. But
yeah, but we don't have any. Do we have any tools that can break
Yeah, and
rocks?
it's really hard basalt. Eh? It's not something that even with a shovel you could break.
The rock is extremely hard, yeah.
My main wonder is is the other holes, are they big enough for a person to go through?
No, they are not.
Okay.
Most of them aren't, and those that do are actually pretty far from the cave that is interesting to you, so it wouldn't even be reachable on the subterranean level.
Is it possible to send air somehow to those holes so that we don't run out of air and we can wait it out?
You don't know.
Hmm. I
Are you willing to spend a fate point for me
uh
to hint you?
Last fate point he has.
yeah, I think I ran out. I think I'm
Oh,
down to
you're
0.
out of fate points. Sad.
Oh, you used only 2, right? Of 3?
No, I think I used 3. Or I thought I counted 3. I don't know what the
Did
GM
you
counted.
refresh your poll at the start of the session?
I did.
Okay. I mean, I don't take an active count of your fate points, so. But let's see. I know someone else who can help you. No, she cannot. -3. Never mind.
Hmm.
Carmen are just starting to pick up some leaves and bits of the plants around.
Is there something I can do from down here in the tunnel?
Tell me what you want to do.
I have no idea how I could help.
Mhm.
I also have no idea how Mikito could plans to get us out of this cave, other than to using either of the books. That is.
I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do at the end of the session. If the
In
situation
5
hasn't
minutes.
changed, that's right. You're gonna have to link because the air situation is going to become critical.
Yeah. So Lilith, last chance.
the one
Which
thought I had, was maybe accessing a seed from one of those plants and attempting to plant it in one of the crevices of the and using it to take in. But I don't know that it would actually work. So
Oh, and then then the box is in R1, so
yeah,
that's
I
already
that would get
taken.
us. I mean, I think that would get us out, but it would also damage this room. So I'm not so sure that would actually work. So
Which one? Do we go to my uncle's book with the inviting looking island, or do we go to the Glass Desert?
Mikito, you hear that talk about essentially roaming to somewhere else.
Oh, I don't know where we zoomed yet. Do we get to know where we zoomed?
No, but at least you are discussing about changing locations. That much is
yeah.
clear.
Yeah, in Hindi. So I shout up to Mikito
Oh,
that
never mind.
yeah, I'm discussing in Hindi. So
That's right.
Mikito, we are still discussing about which one of the books to use. We have to use it by the end of this session. Lilith, what do you think? I would say my uncle's
Inviting.
book because I'm tired of being in these hostile places. But I don't know.
All right. Sure. Well, let's try your uncle's book.
Okay, so Mikito, Carmen, we are running out of air in like 10 minutes. We really have to get out. We are going to use my uncle's book because it goes to a nice looking island, and maybe we can find some answers over there. And I guess both of us voom, and then you guys hear voom sounds, and that's it.
Mm.
I have a question. When
Yeah.
you when Akita Link, are you actually still holding the book in your hand when you do that, or does the book come with us, or do you actually set it on the ground? That's the question there, because
That's
it
what I
really
want to
does
know.
matter.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I
Take
put
that.
the
Because
book.
that's going to
I
matter a lot.
Yeah. So I put the book down in front of me. So I think what I do is because we both need to link.
So
So
the space behind you freeze as Pritika links out. So you actually not feel her presence disappear, but it doesn't feel as tight anymore as she links out. And behind you, because now you can actually turn around, you see a book on the ground, an open book.
and that is my uncle's book then, I guess. Yeah.
Mm. You are muted, Lilith.
Yeah.
Am I no? My apologies. I thought I didn't realize I was being talked to. What was the what was that was going on again?
The space behind you just freed as Pritika linked out.
Okay.
And so behind you, since now you can turn around, you can see that there is a book on the ground.
Okay, so she's linked out first, and I thought I linked out before she did. My bad.
No, I linked out
Yeah. So,
first, and then the book is
okay.
on the book is on the ground. Yeah.
All right. So you put the book on the ground, and I crawl over to the book and link myself, or put my hand on the page.
So
All
another
right.
voom. Yeah.
So you girls both link out to somewhere else that we will see on the next session. As for Carmen and Mikito, well, I guess you two will camp here until maybe nightfall to see if the situation evolves.
And maybe those plants will, reduce down somewhat.
They should go
Yeah, I
away.
hope
They
so.
went away. Yeah, they went away. They were not there last night, so I hope they go away every night.
Anyway, how do you put up that thing? Can you help me?
Sure, sure. What do you need help with?
So as those two essentially build up their tents for tonight, or at least the day, the other two girls are arriving inside another age. And that will be all for this session of Unwritten Repeating Lights. Thank you for joining. Thank you for playing. And I will see you on the next time. Shut up.
Oh, sure.
Great. Nice.